Hey everyone, we made it finally. A little late, but you know we had to take care of some stuff before going live. Jenny's actually still even eating, so most of our live streams eventually sort of work their way to food. So we're just getting that out of the way right at the beginning. Jenny's already eating on camera. How rude! No, I'm joking. Gosh, I drove her away. Dang it. Well, how's everyone doing? We are still hanging out with Thomas and Stacy. There they are.
About 48 hours left though.
2 days to head back, but yeah, we have spent the day roaming around trying to find more geodes, kind of like what we were doing on the last live stream, and we found a decent amount. Here are some of the bigger ones that we found. Actually, this one we already found. Jenny has a whole...
Look, this whole thing.
Yeah, it's full. Well, let me...
Not full of geodes. It's
only
full... Don't you wish you had 3?
Yeah, I know.
There's
yeah, look
so
at all
many.
those. And some of them are just solid chunks of agate, but other ones might have been geodes. Like this one, you can see the crystals have been beaten down over time. But we found just a ton.
So many different ones.
That might be geodes, might just be chunks of agate.
We don't know. Then we found some just cool things.
Oh,
Yeah.
Those 2 really cool ones are still in the trailer. Jenny, would you grab those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll grab them.
I haven't seen her loot yet.
Yeah, I know. It's
Just,
old.
yeah, just dump it out.
She's got a ton of it. Okay. Oh, this one is... Oh, this one's the one you guys were going to clean up because it's already got the crystals on it. Cool.
The
Okay.
entire bag is just full.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, it's quite a haul.
I'm just gonna finish it out here.
And then...
Oh yeah, these are cool. These aren't geodes, but
No,
they
they're
just
not.
look really cool.
Oh yeah, here are probably the coolest ones that Jenny and I have been able to find so far.
Well,
Yeah, here are probably the coolest ones that Jenny and I have found so far. This one, on the flip side, it's just like nothing. And then on the other side, it's got all these crystals going on, which is pretty neat. So these were the inside of a geode at some point, but they got broken off. So that's pretty cool. And then Thomas and Stacy's haul right now. This is like our rock that we're going to use to break. This is our... We've got pliers to hold it, a screwdriver to act as a chisel, and then a hammer to crack these geodes open to see if, there's something inside of them. Some sort of cool crystalline structure.
yeah, but safety first, guys.
Oh yeah, there
Safety
we go.
first.
Goggles also. So that's what we're going to be doing, breaking open these geodes.
Yes. I'm just going to pull up the comments so I can help you guys read them.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Where's your
Okay.
phone?
It's in my pocket. And Jenny will be finishing up eating.
You just pointing that at me?
I am. Sweetie was roaming around with us the entire time we were out geode hunting. How long were we out there? Like 2-3 hours?
3 hours.
3 hours? Yeah, so Sweetie's inside pooped out. We got her a ton of water so that she could cool off. It was a pretty warm day today. Of course, we went out at like the hottest part of the day. It was like 2 p.m., 1:30, 2 p.m. when we went out. Thankfully, it has cooled down a lot, and we're in the shade now, so it's a lot better.
Oh yeah.
So I
I
don't
don't know
if you
if we
guys...
showed you this one yet or not,
What's this?
but it's like clear.
Oh, wow.
It's just just pure crystal.
Cool. Look at that in the sun.
I'm guessing because you guys started late, they're saying, do we need to head out to Utah to find them? Maybe, haha. Maybe they got carried away doing happy. Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow. Maybe they started early. These are awesome. Are they waiting for Thomas and Stacy to finish their Mexico video? Man, you guys were eager to go live. This is
Yeah, they
crazy.
really were.
Don't worry. This time, it was David's fault.
It was my fault. Yeah, that's true. It was your fault last time, but it
It
was
was,
my
yeah.
fault this time.
And
That
we
is really
also
cool.
ate. We just ate before.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
so-
Did you see that? It's like one chunk of...
Whoa, it's
Yeah.
so
I
clear.
know. I want to keep that one.
Wow, you can see rainbow effects inside in the sunlight even.
Yeah, that one's really neat.
So cool. Wow.
Cool. I'm excited to get these popped open. Oh, that is super cool.
This one is.
Marty said, tomorrow's my birthday. So glad to celebrate with you all. Tomorrow is
birthday, too.
Jenny's birthday, too.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Happy
All
joint
right.
birthday.
Will you grab the camera because I want to?
Yep,
We have margarita mix that we're going to be consuming
Well, it's
on
pre-made margaritas.
pre-made margaritas on Cinco de Drinko.
Yeah,
okay?
except we're going to be filming all day tomorrow, right?
We'll be consuming it in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the only downfalls. If you've never been to Utah, They have very interesting alcohol laws. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
They're interesting. So finding like adult beverages is not easy.
All right, let's get these cracked open and see what's inside.
All right. Which one we want to go with first?
I'm gonna have to be on this side of you though, because of the shadow.
Okay. So Stacy is gonna film this. I think there's some lens.
Is there?
Yeah.
You guys get to
What's
be a
that?
Smudge.
Yeah.
you guys get to be a part of this. Thomas and Stacy are filming a video, and you guys have to go check that out because it also shows us following them around and all of us searching for these geodes all day too.
But wait a second, before we get to breaking open these geodes, we want to get to the point of why we're having this live stream, because usually we only go live once a month on the second Monday of each month. But now we're going live every Monday because we are trying to raise money for the CDP, which is the Center for Disaster Philanthropy. They have a COVID-19 response fund where they are trying to raise money to get to the people who have been hit hardest by coronavirus, as well as supporting healthcare workers who are on the front lines of all of this, trying to get them emergency supplies. You know, we're talking masks, gloves, and other personal protective equipment. So if you want to donate to that, there is a link in the description below. It'll take you to our PayPal page. And we ask that you use PayPal instead of Super Chats, YouTube Super Chats, because YouTube likes to keep, or YouTube keeps 30 to 40% of the funds that they receive through the Super Chats, whereas PayPal only takes a 3% cut. So if you go through PayPal when you donate, it will keep as much money as we'll be able to keep as much money as possible. And we're donating 50% of all the proceeds we raise during this live stream. We're doing it every Monday. We did it last Monday, and we were able to raise a pretty significant
I
amount.
think it was 293.
No, it was $239, which was
239,
awesome. And I think it'd be pretty sweet if we could beat that goal today, or beat that other goal today, and be able to raise even more money for that charity. So that is the whole point of this live stream. Also, I guess a secondary point is everyone's quarantined right now, and you know,
We know you're bored.
yeah, we know a lot of people are bored. So, you know, we want to hang out with you guys, give you something to do. We know that a ton of you enjoy these live streams a lot. So we figured, hey, why not go live more often and, you know, give you guys more content to help get you through this quarantine time. And we also have new merch on our website. Also, that's in the link below the video description. It is face coverings. And Jenny actually designed those face coverings. So, you know, if you don't have any masks or something, but you want to keep yourself protected when you go out in public, you can go ahead and pick up some of those face coverings. And we're also donating a portion of the proceeds that we raise for every face covering sold to that same charity, the CDP's COVID-19 Response Fund. Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, let's get to breaking geodes.
Breaking geodes.
Alrighty.
All right, Thomas. All right, ooh, yeah.
Let them
I'm
have the
not
sunlight.
sure. I'm kind of torn on this one because you see the crystals here. I think if we clean that up, you can see the crystals, but you really can't see far down in there. So I wonder if I can just chunk a little bit off if we'll get a better view. But these things are so hit or miss.
I
you
know, they really are.
Just give it your best shot.
All right, so we're opening the geodes. Also, David and Jenny are live streaming this. So today is May 4th. This video won't come out until May 31st.
Yeah.
So if you didn't catch this live, shame on you for not being subscribed and for not ringing the bell on Fate Unbound's channel. I'm just saying, this is why you ring the bell. All right, let's break this thing open. I think I'm gonna try this little canyon here. I don't think that's the proper term. I'm definitely a
Just
professional
Be gentle.
geode opener for my mass amounts of
Experience.
experience for the past few days.
Yeah, exactly. We've broken a fair amount of these open. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That broke open easy.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not hollow in the middle, but
No, it's not hollow, but they're definitely crystals.
Yeah, they
it's
are.
definitely solid crystals.
Cool.
That looked like it broke open super
it
easy.
did.
Wow.
I'm trying to light tap and then slowly increase over time. That's
Next.
so neat. It's so neat how these are so white and how some of them are more, you know, amber color.
Well, we broke one open, and it was okay, right, guys? Nothing spectacular. It was full of crystals, but they were all touching each other, and we're looking for that like classic geode shape where it's like wide open in the middle, and there were crystals going all over the place on the outside. But we have more to break open.
You guys can feel free to answer questions while we do this.
I want to watch, but I also don't want to get hit in the face.
I
or hit
know,
in
me
the
too.
eye. Hit in
I
the
didn't
eye.
put my glasses on.
Luckily, I have my glasses on.
Okay, this one is.
Not breaking.
Solid, maybe.
Don't worry if this
Well,
one.
Jenny, what kind of questions and comments do we have?
We don't really have any questions right now.
Oh, yeah?
Marty says, "Wow, that's so awesome! Happy birthday to you! Also, drink a marg for me. Tequila is my jam." David
Tequila's
also
also
loves
my jam.
tequila.
Yep.
I can't take shots, unfortunately. They always make me like gag. I guess I can't. I can't
Some
handle
people
them.
just can't take shots. Yeah.
I can't take shots. I can drink them slowly.
That's kind of what Stacy
That's
does.
okay.
I can't drink them slowly because it's like get that over with,
I
you
know,
know.
that's how I feel. Stacy,
So suicide story
Stacy
in my
likes
son.
the taste,
Yeah.
so she just like drinks it slowly on purpose.
Mm.
There's something wrong with her.
Ah,
I'm just teasing.
Well, I feel like if I'm gonna spend my money on a shot, I want to enjoy it and not just have it gone within seconds.
I really like the
That's a good way to
delicious
look at it, I
ones.
guess.
I don't pay for the flavor. I pay for the effect.
I do like the really flavorful ones where it's like pineapple juice and like other stuff all mixed in. I can hold the
I
pliers
feel
if
like
you.
it shouldn't be this
Whoa!
hard.
Oh, all right.
That's why, because
It
it
was
was almost
solid.
solid.
Yeah,
Cool.
completely solid. Yeah.
How neat though.
Get us a good one. Get this big one right here.
It's
'cause
so pretty.
the small ones probably aren't gonna be anything.
I know.
Gently-
All right.
okay,
You want to do this one?
Yeah, but be
All right.
careful. Gently take a look and see where where you think is a good.
I'm thinking that this here.
All right, just
Hard
bash it
to-
open.
It's hard to tell because this one's really not. Well, it's broken here.
It kind of looks already split there down the center.
Yeah, it almost does, Dan. But when you look at it closely, it just looks like
Well,
it might be
we-
the ridge.
Start on this end because this is probably nothing up here.
Okay, you want to start here?
Yeah.
Oh, howdy from 91 Fahrenheit, hot Houston, Texas.
Oh wow.
Oh boy.
Wow. We were complaining about
86.
some, yeah, 80s. Jeez.
Oh, it's cracked.
80s with no. Uh-oh. This one's gonna pull open.
Oh.
It is one though.
It
Oh, it is.
Oh,
It is.
It has
is
black
black.
crystals.
Wow.
Interesting.
That is cool. Dang,
Can I
dude.
get
you
half of it to look in the
You split that dead in half. Way to go.
see if we can get a good look at this.
That's not
Dang,
even how I was
man.
trying to split it. That one turned out great. That's so crazy. It's almost.
It's almost like they're covered in
Black.
carbon, but are they actually black crystals?
I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
that one's
that
really
one's neat,
cool. Yeah. Good job.
I think that was.
So jealous, guys. They found that one, so they get to keep it.
Chris says, I'm
Oh, no,
guessing
we
you
have-
guys.
We can each have a half.
Ah.
Oh, hey, true.
Chris said, I'm guessing you guys will mention this, but it appears Indiana is coming off lockdown. Camping opens later in the month, I think.
Yes.
All right, Jenny, let's hear all about it.
Do I have to talk about it?
No, no, we don't. No.
Yeah. It is today is stage 2. Stage 3 starts May 24th. Stage 4 starts June 14th, and the state will fully open up July 4th. That is, if everything continues or goes smoothly. We have opinions on that we are not going to share.
Yeah.
But yes, it is.
Oh, Chris said sorry, LOL. All right, well, so it's we all know it's a pretty touchy subject. Some people are on one side, some people on the other side. All I know though is that back in our home state of Indiana, the cases per day hasn't even peaked yet. It's still yet to
It hasn't even
plateau.
started to plateau, and yet
Yeah,
they're opening.
and yet they're opening. So it's
It's a
It's a
sore
little
subject.
interesting. Yeah, it's a sore subject because, obviously we want everyone to be able to, everything to open back up and people to be able to go back to life as normal. That's what everyone wants, but it's also scary to think about what's going to happen if places open too early. And this being our home state, hits closer to home, pun intended. With our family that lives there, my parents are in their 60s, and if they get sick, then they could be in some danger. So it's interesting. We'll see how it goes, though. We'll see how it goes.
JS
I think this is just
What?
dirt.
JS Love Life. I actually saw your donation, and that is totally fine. We will make sure that it goes towards charity.
Oh, what, did they forget to?
Yeah, they forgot to put a comment.
Oh, okay.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know, though,
Yeah.
so that we know. And we have to wait for the. We have to wait 2 days. So tomorrow, I guess we just have to wait 1 full day, right? Because YouTube is like behind on reporting how much comes in. So I'm like really in the shade. YouTube takes a day. It's delayed a day to report how much is raised. So, but we will be making a social media post just like we did last week, not tomorrow, but the day after, letting you all know how much money we were all able to raise for the CDP's COVID-19 response fund. So.
Someone asked us, do we know of any good spots to camp in Louisiana?
We know one.
We know of
We've only camped in. Oh no, we
it's a
camped in 2
national
spots.
forest. It's a national
Yeah.
forest. And we camped in a state park south of New Orleans.
Saint
Saint
Bernard.
Bayou Signet, or what is that? What it is?
No, I think it
No,
was Saint
Saint
Bernard.
Saint Bernard.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Saint Bernard State Park. That was really, really nice.
Yeah, it was.
So peaceful.
Inexpensive
Inexpensive. Yeah, it was really nice. It was gated.
for being that close to New Orleans.
Yeah, it was only a 45
yeah.
minute drive to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And then we stayed in the,
Kincaid National Forest.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called the Kincaid National Forest. We stayed in a campground there too. It was also pretty
Oh,
inexpensive.
super cheap. Yeah,
was
$10 a night.
$15.
10, 15,
Just close.
12,
around there.
12.50.
It was somewhere around there.
1178.
Yeah.
And we were there in the fall, and the trees were changing color. It was so gorgeous.
was really pretty.
So yeah, those are 2 places we know of.
Oh, one more cool thing about Louisiana is they have free laundry
At
at
their
their
state
state
parks.
parks.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
it doesn't
didn't know
cost
that.
anything to do your laundry there.
Yep.
Yeah, Bayou near New
Bayou
Orleans.
Signet is really good. It's in Westwego.
Yeah, it's in Westwego, so which is like 20 minutes from downtown New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's a pretty
Is
cool
that where
one
you
too.
guys stayed? What was
That's where we stayed last time.
what
Yeah,
was the price range there?
I think it was. It's
20 to 25 bucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
A night.
but some of the they actually even have like cabins that are like on the water and stuff. It's pretty neat.
Oh.
It's like on the bayou. It's cool.
Oh, nice. That must be why. I always
Also, do you guys want to keep half of this?
Yeah, we would love
They're
to.
twinsies. I
They
mean,
are, they
why
really
not
are.
keep half of it.
Where's the-
I kind of was able to get some of that off of there.
Oh, some of the dirt off of it.
Well, I don't think
So
it's black
neat.
crystals. I think it's some kind of soot that's covering this.
Oh,
I think
okay.
so too.
But it
That's
still
what I'm
looks
saying. You
super
can see how
cool
much
black.
cleaner it is in there. They're clear now where it was like pretty much black before.
Yeah.
I would totally be up for keeping half
Thank
of
you.
this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be like one of those best friend things where it's like, best friend necklaces, one person.
So
has
next time we
half of it.
caravan
Did we just
together,
become best
we just
friends?
walk out of our RVs and just
Boom.
and that's how we now in the future meet.
Exactly.
Okay.
You got to have it on your pocket at all times.
Yeah, exactly. So the SD card,
Mhm.
as I was trying to film the crystals, it was like, oh, the SD card errored.
Are you
So
serious?
I'm really hoping we didn't just lose all of today's footage.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
love when
no.
stuff like that happens.
Yes.
Yep.
YouTube life.
We could
And that
always-
was a question. Any advice for YouTubers?
Oh, there was a question?
Yeah.
What's crazy? Did you put that one in there?
You better be able to go along with the struggle, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
struggle is real being a YouTuber.
Mhm.
My biggest thing is the YouTube treadmill of putting a video out every single day. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it just kind of never ends. It's
Yeah.
always,
Yeah, but you have
Mhm.
and being consistent and you're trying to hit the algorithm and try to hit what's trending and it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a lot. It's
Yeah.
not just pointing a camera at something and pressing record.
Yeah. You have to put some thought into it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Jeff and Lori are on. Lori says, "Hey guys, it's very hot here in Arizona."
Oh yeah, I bet.
I would bet that I'm assuming you guys are probably still down in Tucson, and yeah, last I heard it was like 98 outside.
We haven't heard
sun.
from them in a while. I'm glad they came.
Yeah. Well, she was on last live stream. I saw her name pop up for 1 second, and then
And then she was gone. Nah, here you go, Jenny.
and then I just didn't see it. This is so neat.
All right, we're breaking another one open.
Yeah, that one turned out really good.
That one gave me a little confidence to break that other one open.
Yeah,
Just
I
so
say we break the big one, the David's big one open too.
it might be awesome.
I'll let David do the honors.
The pressure! The pressure! I'm just gonna kind of do what you're doing and just tap it real lightly,
Yeah.
right along a
It's-
fissure or whatever,
It's
Mhm.
really
a
brittle.
fault line.
Jump Off Ace says, "Where is Sweetie?"
Where is Sweetie? Sweetie is.
In the trailer because she's spastic when it comes to rocks.
I'll show him. Sweetie is right here. High five. And it's we got to keep her in the trailer while we're breaking these geodes open because she gets pretty spastic over noises like that. So she'll try to like attack she'll try to like go after the stones and like grab them in her mouth and stuff. She'll be freaking out the whole time. So we had her outside earlier today for a full 3 hours while we were all doing this rock hounding, trying to find these geodes. So she's actually pooped out. I don't know if you guys saw her face, but she was looking pretty pooped.
So you can really tell when Sweetie is really tired because her jowls hang lower.
And then she just kind of does this with her eyes.
She's just tired.
Yeah, she's very pooped. So right before I opened that door, I heard her jump down from our bed. So she was laying in the bed, I'm sure just like splayed out.
Mm-hmm.
So this one just has stuff in it, unfortunately.
Oh.
You can see a cool agate line there. I
Oh,
love the
yeah.
look at those layers, but
The layers
Not a
are
whole-
really
yeah.
Yeah, you can see some in there, but that's it.
yeah.
I wonder what this stuff is.
I don't know. Some type of impurity.
cool. Random dirt.
So TJ Shams wants to know how close we are to caravanning together full time.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I've actually been like, as we are getting closer and closer to the date that they're gonna leave, because Jenny and I are gonna stick around in this campsite for a few days after they leave because we're behind on work and we just need to catch up before we make a 3-day trip back home. So yeah, I think we're gonna be staying in this site until Monday. For another week then. However,
Yeah.
they're leaving Wednesday. And as we get closer and closer to the date, I'm actually kind of dreading it, and I keep
Getting
like
more sad.
I keep thinking to myself, like, I have these moments where I kind of think this is like a memory, so just sort of cherish it, like what we're doing right now. It's like I get what's the word? It's instant when you like look back at something and it's you're like sentimental about something that happened in the past.
Oh, you like instantly get sentimental?
No, well, sentimental is not the right word. Dang it! What's the word?
Someone has to know. They'll tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you play an old video game, Thomas, and you get
Oh no, nostalgic.
nostalgic. That's the
Oh,
word.
okay.
It's
yeah.
instant nostalgia. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like
okay.
sitting here and I'm in the moment, and I already know that I'm going to be looking back on this and thinking that was a fun day.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
This has been a really, just a great experience.
Yeah.
Camping here has been so good. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking love those goggles.
Uh,
The twisty things on top.
It looks like you've got like
those are my high school.
hair things.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this.
Those
is
are
a
high school chemistry goggles.
nice classic.
Yep.
You were allowed to keep them. We had to return ours.
What? We had to buy ours. Are you
Oh,
kidding
We
me?
didn't have to buy ours.
They didn't give us nothing.
These are
No
probably
stuff like
nothing,
that.
so
We
just
had to
pass
buy.
with it. Honestly, the smaller they are, the harder it is for them to
Well,
make
yeah,
crystals.
this one I don't.
Just smash
I
it.
don't think this is gonna be much of anything, but I can try it.
It's fun to smash them.
I was gonna say
Gary-
smashing is fun though, guys.
Gary said nostalgic. You got it. Yeah, come on. I mean, words are hard, guys, right? It's tough.
We haven't been drinking either.
I know.
It's split
Nothing
clean,
really.
but
It's split, but
it's crystals,
I mean,
but
there's
they're
definitely crystals inside.
just a little pocket of them.
Uh-huh. Nothing too incredible.
You really have to find a decent one to get that cavity in it.
That
Yeah.
one turned out super
I know.
cool.
This is probably one of the neatest ones we've.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the best one that we've broken,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
For sure.
All right.
Definitely.
Is that all we're doing?
Which I'm so glad we got
I
one
think David wants to do his
Oh,
stuff.
you're gonna try it?
I guess.
I think yours is gonna be baller because yours was more round than mine.
Yeah.
Gary Joseph, I see your comment. Don't worry. I see your donation as well, and we will make sure.
Are we getting notifications, Jenny?
Yes.
You get the notifications. I don't, cause
Just break it.
so you need to, you know. But yeah, let's
Watch your eyeballs.
All right. Here you go, Jenny.
All right. Thank you to Donald Walker. Thank you for your donation. Thank you to Janice S. Thank you so much for your donation as well. And thank you for Sandra B. And then I had one more over here.
Gary Joseph.
Gary Joseph as well.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome, guys. Again, like I said, we're going to be posting on all our social media. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon and YouTube how much money we were able to raise for the CDP's COVID-19 response fund. Not tomorrow, but the day after. So we were able to raise $239 last week. So hopefully we can beat that this week. And Matt Hughes, I know you donated after the live stream, so I just want to give you a shout out too. I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him.
But I
comment,
haven't
yeah.
really been paying attention to the comments either since I'm holding the camera. But Matt, if you're on or if you watch this after the fact, thank you for that donation.
Yeah,
It's
go
definitely
toward-
going towards
It'll go
it as
towards
well.
this week's numbers as well.
Correct.
This is a neat.
And David Yule, I've been following your travels for quite a while. I'm grateful for the information. I'm now boondocking frequently.
Nice.
Awesome.
I hope you're enjoying it. That's awesome.
How could you not? How could you not?
I
All right, I'm gonna.
think he
Right,
broke that
this
one up.
camera.
David.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was pretty much solid crystals, but
Yeah.
So
this,
shiny.
yeah, this little part
Super
is
shiny.
really, really shiny. You know, it's almost like there's a little. You can see the ends of them there. You know, where you get that those geometric shapes.
I don't know. I hope the camera is picking this up
No,
a little bit. That's cool. What is the name of Thomas and Stacy's channel? It is I'm Not Lost, I'm RVing.
If Stacy comments, you can.
Oh, yeah, I
You
can
can follow
comment
the
real
channel.
quick.
Yeah, so if you're not subscribed to them, you need to do it. Some really good people, and they have a great channel. So yeah, go ahead and check out their stuff too.
David is
Tammy
a
wants to know how
great
your
liar.
birthday went.
Oh, how'd your birthday go, David?
My birthday was good. I'm okay. So, I'm sort of a boring person, and I'm easy to please. So, for my birthday, all we did is Jenny made us a delicious breakfast.
Yep.
And then
Nice
we
big
proceeded
breakfast.
to play video games all day, and that was
Yep.
my birthday.
And Thomas and Stacy made chocolate chip pancakes for David's dinner.
Yeah, they did, and those were really good too.
They did
Yeah.
not turn out ideal, but
I don't
They
know.
were still delicious.
I don't know.
I like big fluffy pancakes.
Yeah.
for sure
They-
keeping this.
the batter turned out so thick,
gonna set it
and
over here.
I kept thinking that I was thinning it out enough, and these pancakes were ginormous. They were so thick.
Yeah,
But,
but the chocolate chips are so big. It's great. in
Yeah,
the
they
thick
were huge.
pancakes.
Hey, you guys, check it out. We have an audience.
Yay!
Alley Cat, are you watching? What? You watching us break rocks? She's happy I came over here.
So cute.
Cutie.
The cool thing about our birthdays is we're all 5 days apart, except for Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas is
Yeah.
in August.
Yeah,
I'm the cool
But-
kid.
Yeah,
Y'all are just
Stacy's.
okay.
Yeah, Stacy's is
the
Uh,
25th of April.
25th. David's is the 30th of April, and mine's May 5th.
And then my brother's is May 15th.
Yeah.
All 3 Tauruses. How
Yeah.
do we survive this whole time?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We get along pretty well.
All right, it's your turn, David.
Oh my
You're all
gosh.
Start with the small ones and
Freaking
get your
out.
practice in.
Okay. We're keeping that. We're keeping this one?
If you want to.
Because I mean, this is the inside.
It
This
is the
already
inside of
broke.
one. Yeah, it's just, but it's solid.
Yeah.
It's just solid.
The crystals have just been beaten down over time.
Mhm.
So we can break
Practice
this
with
one.
that one.
Yeah.
This one luckily already has cracks, so hopefully
Yeah.
it won't be.
Is that this is a small one. I'll break some random small ones open.
Oh, yeah,
that I
we
don't
also
care
have-
about.
We also found some cool, just regular rocks. We have no idea what this is, but it's
neat.
it's really cold and it's smooth.
Did you say it's really cold?
It is really cold. It's smooth.
It's really lightweight too. It's cool.
It's in the shade. I don't
Stop.
think temperature is a property of rocks.
This rock is a piece of ice,
Yeah, right.
and it feels like an eggshell almost. It's like smooth.
It does,
It's
you're
like
right.
smoothly soft, like an eggshell.
It's really
This
smooth.
rock is a piece of ice.
It is really smooth.
I just want more extreme with it. It's fine.
I thought these were super
Forgot
cool.
we had this one from the other day.
Yeah.
This one is a pretty decent one.
Oh yeah, that one's really nice too. Oh, Thomas, you should totally go and get the one that you first found.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
That led us to know that there were geodes in the area.
And he wasn't even looking for it. He just found it. Wait, is this?
Okay.
Whoa, is this ours or yours?
That's the one we found the other day.
It's his.
Oh, that one's so good. The crystals are so clear.
So
Holy
someone
smokes.
asked, "How do you find the geodes?" And we're learning that, right?
Yeah.
So allegedly, they're supposed to have a cauliflower-like texture, or what David calls blobby.
Blobby.
And in this particular area of Utah, they happen to be this lighter color. So, for example, what's a good one? Like you might only see this portion sticking out of the ground, this light color, but then when you pull it out, it's a whole geode.
Yeah.
So we're just basically looking for this color in this area, but every area that you geode in, it's going to be different. So you just have to look up your state.
Yeah, mainly around here they've been like this. It's kind of hard to tell probably, but they're almost like an opaque. David described it as what you would think a ghost looks like.
Yeah.
You know, like Casper Ghost, how it's like a bluish hue, white, see-through,
Yeah.
opaque color.
Let's go look at that in the sun
That's
over
kind
here.
of what these are. They're like an opaque color.
I'll
You
see
see
you
how
guys
it's
got a
like kind of
super
blue
chat
and
from
kind
Chris
of.
St. Clair.
Oh, Jenny.
And when you see that next to
Let me see, sorry.
a regular rock, it looks obviously quite different. I mean, they stand out.
Yeah. Easy to
So,
spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to give a huge shout out to Chris St. Clair. Thank you so much, David. Look at his or her the awesome sticker, the awesome sticker.
The super stickers are neat. They're funny.
I love it.
Thank you, Chris.
Also,
you
Jeb is on.
Oh, before we get here you go, Jenny. Oh, okay. I wanted the other one, but all right.
Oh.
All right, come on in here. So before we get to break in the next round of geodes, we just want to remind everyone, as well as people who have just hopped into the live stream, since we're already 30 minutes in, which is crazy.
That was a fast 30 minutes.
Yeah, so to people may have just popped in, the whole point behind this live stream and each live stream that we're doing every Monday while this whole coronavirus pandemic is still going on, the point is to raise money for the CDP, which is the Center for Disaster Philanthropy. They have a COVID-19 response fund where they are raising money to help those that have been hit hardest by coronavirus, as well as provide emergency aid to healthcare workers on the front line. So they're, going to be getting them masks, gloves, other types of personal protective equipment to keep them safe during, while they're trying to help other people that have been infected. So if you want to donate to that, we are donating 50% of the proceeds that we raise during this live stream to that fund. And if you want to be a part of that, there is a link in the video description below to our PayPal. And the reason we ask you to donate through PayPal as opposed to through YouTube's Super Chats is that YouTube keeps 30 to 40% of the Super Chats that come in. So it's a pretty big cut. Whereas PayPal only takes about 3%. So if you donate through PayPal, we're able to get even more money. We're able to get the most money possible to the CDP's COVID-19 response fund. However, if you don't have PayPal or you're uncomfortable using it for whatever reason,
Totally fine.
Super Chats and Super Stickers on YouTube are perfectly acceptable too. And we will be letting you guys know how much money we were able to raise during this live stream, not tomorrow, but the day after, because we have to wait a full day for the funds to get reported. And last week we were able to raise $239, which is awesome, and we're trying to beat that goal this time. So yeah.
Hopefully we can.
Oh, and we have new face coverings on our website that were designed by Jenny here. And so if you're looking to get a face covering so that you can, protect yourself when you're out in public while all this is going on, you can go and pick one of those up. And we are donating a portion of the proceeds that we raise through selling those as well to that same fund. Yeah. Yep. All right, let's break some rocks.
Well, let's finish looking at Thomas's geode.
Oh.
Give me one second.
This was the first one that I found.
Yeah.
So it
first
was
one.
sitting like this on the ground. Actually, it was pretty much buried. And there was dirt in here, so I just happened to catch the sunshine, gleaming off of these while I was, peeing in the woods.
Trying to conserve that black tank.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I seen this and I was like, oh, neat. I showed David and Jenny, and I immediately felt terrible because apparently they've been looking for them for a while. And then we went out and found some for everybody. So
Yeah.
Oh, it worked out.
Put your skills to the test.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this one's already broke. This is solid agate.
Oh,
So
it's
I don't
solid?
need to break that one.
Okay.
Yep.
Set it aside then.
Yeah, some of them are, have the crystals, and then some of them are just solid agate like this one is. So
No crystals at all.
no crystals. All right.
Kurt says they're those thunder eggs.
Wait, I need 3 hands. I can't.
I know, right?
Whatever.
Kind of having the same issue. Get
All right.
The break.
Yep. Oh, that one's kind of neat.
Yeah, it does have some crystals in it.
It's all crystals.
Yeah, it's it's solid. It doesn't have like the hollowness that we're looking for.
Yeah, that's why I try to
It's
hit
so
it as
sparkly.
gentle as possible because I don't want it to break into 3 pieces. I'd like it to just split down the middle. This one has a very tiny pocket.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the tiniest of pockets.
The tiniest of pockets.
Yep, you can kind of see it right there. It's dirty. It's a dirty pocket.
All right, let's try another one. Slightly bigger.
Don't Google that.
Yeah, don't. I wouldn't recommend. That's great.
I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow, you barely even tapped it.
I did barely even tap it.
That
That
was
one was
Oh.
super hollow.
Oh, wow.
Dang it, it's got big.
The toothbrush is right there.
Oh, I think I can knock it out of this. It's like mud. It's weird. How'd that get in there?
That is weird how you find loose particles like that inside.
Yeah, I think that it's probably like already micro cracks, and the dirt out here is so fine.
Oh, wow.
Dang
Broke it more.
I broke it with a toothbrush. Dang it. I need to be more gentle.
Should have bought a soft instead of a medium.
That is a soft toothbrush.
Oh my gosh, you're ridiculous, babe.
Cool.
There's that one. That one's kind of neat.
That one
yeah.
has actually a really neat one. It's got at least got a pocket in it.
Yeah, it does.
Do you mind popping it up for my camera?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Man, I'm so excited for this one.
Me too.
Don't mess it up.
I'm terrified. I know there's so
Super
much
pressure.
pressure. I'm working on my confidence with these ones, getting some practice.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
All right, let's go. What is it? What the heck is this? Oh, a shard.
When I
This.
totally
All right,
obliterated
let's start.
one the other day because I hit it too hard. That's when I started like just elevating the pressure
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
every hit. Because some of them are
Barely.
already.
I don't want to. I'm already hitting it kind of hard. I don't want to like just annihilate
I
it.
wonder if this one's
It's probably solid.
probably solid.
Yeah, that's
Because
what
it's
I
probably
so
was
why.
small.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it probably is. All right, I'll give her a good
I'm trying to get my arm in there.
a good
further.
thwacking.
May I hold it with the pliers?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, go for it. And this one also doesn't have any like lines, like brake lines already even. So,
Some of the other ones already do, like that big one does.
Someone says,
oh, is it broke?
poor rock, it took many years to form. Just joking.
Many.
Well, geodes are, don't they make? They're pretty much like an instant thing, or do they grow over time? I don't know how that works.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yep, solid crystal.
Cool.
So
I love how it
sparkly.
broke in half though.
Yeah, it did. That
Yeah,
was
That's
a
a
good one.
clean break, man. It's extremely sparkly.
Very sparkly.
All right, cool. All right, next.
That one's shaped
this one
weird.
already has a
I'm sure
break.
it's gonna have anything in it.
Okay.
Am
let me
I?
get questions here.
Yeah, I gotta look at
Oh yeah,
questions,
yeah.
too.
Ooh, that one snapped though.
Yeah, it did.
So, wow, who knew YouTube took such a high percentage of super chats?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
it's right at 40%, right?
Yep. Does YouTube demonetize you for encouraging people to bypass super chats? No, YouTube does not care how we make money. There's no demonetization for that as long as we're not doing anything graphic
Yeah,
Or
they have.
obscene. That's the only time they really
That's
demonetize
the
you.
easiest way to think about it. Ooh, that
Yeah.
one broke really good.
Yeah, it did. Oh, you guys,
It's
this,
full of dirt.
I think this is a good one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
a really
this
good one.
this side has crystals in it. They're just a little dirty.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, this is definitely good.
Oh. Thank you to, I'm gonna butcher it, Aparicio?
Yep.
For your donation. David, look at this sticker. Isn't that great?
How's it going? It's going great, man. It's going really great.
Going fantastic.
This is a really good one though. This one turned out to be really good for how small. You know, I mean, it's not small compared to.
I'm surprised because it was shaped weirdly too.
Yeah, because we've found similar size ones like that haven't turned out as good. Definitely needs to be rinsed out.
Yeah, it does.
But I think it would be a pretty decent one.
Yeah, that is going to be a good one. Oh my gosh.
It's the last one.
Look at the cracks in it and try to get.
I know. That's what I did with that one, and it went really well.
Oh.
Cracks right here.
I think there's one on the back side though that's like. See, it's like this quadrant. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a quad.
Yeah, I can.
I don't know. Whatever you think, man.
I don't know if I want to try and break it like this, or if I want to try and break it like this.
Oh, Stacy,
Yeah,
here's
I
a
think it's
question for
definitely
you.
gonna go this way.
Miss
What's
Mountain
that?
Sunny says, Stacy, are
see.
you still loving your RV as you did a few months ago? Any
See,
surprises
it's
you have
pretty much
learned about?
broken all the way from here.
Yeah.
No surprises.
So I think it is.
We are still loving the RV. We absolutely love it.
Because it's got this
We do need to replace the windows because the double pane windows have gotten some sort of fogginess in between, and that happens. They only last for so long, so we're currently saving up some money so that we can replace our back windows and have that crisp view. We are super jealous every time we go into David and Jenny's RV because they have this beautiful view in the back of their RV, and ours is all foggy. So that would be my only complaint, but I think in time we'll get that fixed.
If we break it like
Yeah.
this, we'll have two shallow pieces.
Also, we love their
Or if we
RV
break it like this,
because
it'll have two deeper.
Easy to hang out
I
in.
just
Yeah.
I just think because it's already cracked.
they
I
have
don't
so
think
much
it-
seating in
unless
their
you have
RV,
it cut, I don't
and
think
we
it will work
have
that way.
we
Well,
have
this-
just the
Oh,
two
yeah,
seats
there's a
by the
crack running
office
this
and the
way,
bed.
there.
And
No,
don't
there
get me
isn't on
wrong,
that
the seats
side.
are really
There's just
comfortable and the bed's
this.
really
Yeah,
comfortable,
I
but
think
it's
you're right.
not conducive for having company over.
Yeah. It is a
So-
lot easier for us to hang
Alright,
out
yeah,
in
I think
it's kind
ours
of a-
as far as
It's
like
kind of,
Mhm.
it's
I think
kind
you're
of
right.
so many
Seating,
places
mostly.
to park.
Relaxing,
If we hit it right
yeah.
here,
Mhm.
what do you think?
Plus,
turn it.
Sweetie
Yeah.
is
Will you
very,
hold it?
very overbearing when other
Sure.
people are over, and she likes to be in your face, constantly trying to
Put it
snuggle,
here.
trying to
Or-
just snot all over you and slobber all
Or
over you
just
all
hold
the
it with
time.
these, yeah.
And that
Grip
can-
it
the
like
best,
this.
though.
She
Right,
was
right,
really
right.
awesome, but when she's first meeting someone, it can be really overbearing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice.
Okay, are we
Ooh,
going
are
for
we going?
Yeah,
Alright.
we talked about
Make sure
it.
you got the GoPro going.
We're going.
We talked
You
about
want
it.
to just set it down
There's a
here up
plan.
close, or you got it? Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Terrifying
I'm so
plan.
nervous, you guys. This is. All right, right there.
Terrifying.
Yeah,
All right.
just tap it.
Yep.
Dustin says, "Hold it stable."
I'm just
So
gonna
nerve
move.
wracking.
Oh my gosh, this one doesn't want to break.
Oh,
Oh.
there we go.
Come on.
It looks like it's a clean break. If it, I think we might have to tap it a little more.
Won't
Just-
open up.
Just tap like the one side of it, you know, kind of like try to just
Knock it
knock it
out?
off. Yeah.
All right, you want to hold it?
I think straight down like you were going. Probably.
Yeah.
Really? Think?
I think so. Yeah, and I'm just gonna be real gentle.
Someone says, "Smash it."
I don't wanna. All right. Oh, is it not holding it?
Yeah. All right. There you go. Because I'm holding it closed, you know, so I don't want to.
Maybe,
And like hear it.
yeah, I know. Here you go. Try and hold it like this, and I'll just like tap straight down right here. Oops, sorry. You might have to close those up a little. Oh no. Okay.
This is a pretty good size.
I'd rather go slow and get a real clean break, you know, than rush it. Go like this. Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. Good job.
Oh, we're not there yet.
How is this one so difficult? Come on.
All right, should we just keep going into there?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah. Let's be real careful.
I might be able to just, yeah, let's just keep going into there. Here you go. And I actually like that you're holding it with the pliers too. I think it's sort of supporting the whole, you know, the rest of the structure.
Oh boy, so oh, it's going
Oh,
in.
there it goes.
Oh!
There it is. gosh.
This is a great one.
Wow!
This is the
Yeah.
best one yet. Look how shiny that is. Oh my
Great
gosh.
finds.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
This is
Holy cow.
so sparkly. And it's not like, you know, messed up on the inside or anything.
What the heck is going on the inside of that?
Looks like it's just like full of dirt. Doesn't it?
It almost looks fuzzy, doesn't it?
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
Is
I
it?
don't know what's going on there.
Can
Yeah.
I see it? Don't.
Trying to see if that stuff falls
I
out.
know, but you might accidentally break it.
Look at how cool that is, guys.
That is so incredibly sparkly.
Yeah, no, this one turned out great.
I don't. That is really hard. Yeah, you might be able to get the like chisel some of that out.
What's interesting about this one is it's not like smooth. You know how a lot of them are super smooth?
Mm-hmm.
This one's a lot of, I don't know.
Here's this chunk.
Yeah, there's like tiny little crystals on the crystal.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's very neat. It's totally different.
We did it, guys. We found a hollow geode.
This is a good one too.
Yeah, that one is cool.
TJ wants to know if we've ever seen natural amethyst.
I haven't. Not in person.
Gosh. Oh, my knees.
Well, there we go, guys. We broke the big one open.
230 people watching.
Watching us break rocks.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Man,
cool?
That one was so cool.
That one is so cool. I like how it just took a quarter of it out, and so you can still see inside of it.
So people are like, oh, what do you do? This entertainment brought to you by nature.
Yep. Oh wow, look at that too,
That's
you guys.
perfect.
Look
You
at
should
that.
keep it like
Yeah.
that too. Just hand it to somebody and be like, hey, check this out.
Check
Isn't
this
that
out.
cool?
That'd be fun, right?
Oh, he says it's just like these, but they're purple.
Oh,
That's what
cool.
amethyst
Oh, yeah,
is.
that's right.
Oh no. Better stop.
What do you do with them after that? You keep them if
You
it's a
keep
good
them,
one.
yeah. It's
Yeah, if it's a good one.
yep, it's a keepsake that you found, and it didn't cost you anything.
We have
It's
smashed a lot of rocks to find this one good one.
Yeah.
We found many good ones.
I mean, we found many good ones, but one that's like this big and open
Yeah,
on the
so
inside.
beastly.
Rich and Chris both say that it looks like a potato.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does on this side. Yeah.
Well, they
this-
say online it's egg shaped.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
It is,
Yep.
it is kind of egg-shaped, isn't it? Boom.
Isn't that cool?
Beautiful.
Gosh, so neat.
I didn't think I was gonna find one, you guys.
Tamara says that's like the geodes I found in Indiana. They're everywhere in the creek beds. Most are like that one.
Where at in Indiana do you live? Because we live in northeast Indiana, and
We had no idea that there were
Yeah.
geodes there.
well, they say that they are most popular in the like areas that have a high concentration of limestone, and northeast Indiana doesn't have very much. But once you start going into southern Indiana, it's just all limestone. So she's probably gonna say she lives in Evansville or something.
Yeah, probably southern. Dustin Allen says, for someone who's wanting to full-time RV, how do you feel about slides?
So slides are a very sort of personal opinion sort of thing. Like on our trailer, we very much avoided getting one that has slides because the downsides of slides is that it's going to raise the cost of your trailer or your fifth wheel or motorhome. Every slide I think adds, Thomas, what is it, like $4,000 or something? Every slide on a vehicle or on a trailer?
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then it like reduces.
That's the new price.
Well,
Yeah.
it adds money and it reduces the amount of weight that you can put into your
Yeah,
storage.
Yeah.
because slides are really heavy. So if you have a trailer that has slides on it, it's going to be a lot heavier. So you're going to need a bigger truck to tow it, and not only that, but it's also going to reduce the total cargo capacity that you can have on our trailer or your trailer. So like ours,
Yeah.
for
So
instance,
I was gonna say, how about yours? Because you don't have one.
Yeah.
Those same axles are on the ones with the slide.
Exactly.
So that extra weight of the slide takes away from, and that's why they have huge tanks.
yeah. So our yeah, that's a really good point. That is probably why our trailer has such massive tanks on it, holding tanks. So our trailer's cargo capacity is 2,500 pounds that we can load up into this tiny thing, because ours has no slides. But we have friends that have a trailer that's a little bigger than ours. It's a little longer, and they have 2 slides, and their cargo capacity is only 1,100 pounds. So they have just the hardest time trying to stay underweight because you don't want to overload your axles because it can ruin them. It can bend your axles, and you can have tire blowouts too. So Yeah, and then another downside is that it's just another thing that can fail on your trailer. You know, they throw these things together as fast as possible. Quality is just not there at all. Maybe on, you know, like a Lazy Days, you have a quality built product, but not these. So you have one more thing that can go wrong. And then on top of that, we've heard a lot about people's slides leaking. So when it rains,
We heard that.
yeah, you guys had leaking slides. So and then also if your slides are closed or even when they're open, if there's a lot of dust in the area, that dust will just come right on in through the slides.
That was something that I didn't know, and I was talking to, I can't remember who it was, another RVer about it, and they went to Alaska. I can't remember who it was, and when they got to Alaska, they were camping. These people had a fifth wheel, and they didn't know this either, and so they went in, like they were pulled over near them to camp, went in their RV, and it was just dust literally everywhere,
gosh,
from
yeah.
walls to counters, just
Was
fine
it
dust
I
everywhere.
thought they had
from
an
the roads.
issue with bugs because
Well,
bugs
also
can
bugs
get
can get
in,
into
and
them.
they were
Bugs
having
can
to
get in. Yep,
They
there
were
you
having
go.
to sleep in like netting because so many
my
bugs
God.
It was
were
the
getting
same
in.
people. Yeah, it was the same people. They had to put a
Wow.
net around
Yeah.
their bed inside their fifth wheel.
But I
in
agree with
Alaska.
you. I think it's a very personal
Yeah.
choice. I think
Yeah.
it depends on what kind of RV style that you have.
Absolutely.
I mean, for us, up until recently, we move a lot.
Yeah.
So to have to put those slides in and out constantly, it's just more wear and tear on
Yep.
them. I think if you're seasonal and you only move once every 6 months, then it might be better for you to have a slide. I think
Yeah.
it just depends on what your RV style is.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
Yeah.
those are kind of all the downsides to slides,
Yeah.
but there are some pros. A lot of people would not want to live in our tiny trailer because it's pretty cramped in there. The hallway, if you want to call it that goes
The entire
between-
center of the trailer.
Yeah. That
The
goes
entire trailer.
that goes between, well, especially the part that goes between the walking space between our kitchen and our bathroom is probably that wide. Maybe this, Jenny, about this wide, would you say?
Yeah, you can fit two people
Yeah, so
squeezing between.
if our bathroom door is closed, Jenny and I can walk past each other. But if it's open, we have to kind of like shimmy past each other. And for some people, that can get really old really fast.
Mm-hmm.
For us, that more cramped space and just less living space in general was worth it to us because we didn't want to deal with all those downsides. So really, it's those downsides versus more living space. So you just kind of have to weigh it for yourself. If we did have a slide, it would probably double the amount of living space we have in there, or maybe go up by about 50%. But because we've talked about that. Like if from our pantry to our bathroom on this side, if that all slid out, oh man,
There'd be so much
it
room
would.
in there.
Yeah, there'd be a
So
lot
much
of room,
room.
but then we'd have to deal with all that stuff. So it's just
Take
personal
this?
preference. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna
It's
switch- I'm gonna
100%
flip
This
around.
really is more personal preference for sure.
Yeah.
Our very first RV, we had opposing slides. We had family members tell us, make sure you get opposing slides. And so our first travel trailer, we had opposing slides in the back of the RV, and one was the whole kitchen, and one was pretty much the whole dinette. Or I mean, not dinette. We had recliners. And so the whole middle of the RV opened, which is awesome, right? But then in reality, it's just a big
Empty
open
space,
area. You're
yup.
just looking through the space to see the TV. You're just further away from the TV. You're heating and cooling that space, and then you have the slides. If the slides,
And the slides tend to be hotter or colder
Exactly.
depending on the weather.
They are.
So they're not as insulated as
Exactly.
if you didn't have slides at all.
yeah.
Excellent
So
points.
for us, it was
Excellent
like
points.
we gained space, but it was literally just a
Dead
big,
space.
open, dead
Yeah.
space that you can't put anything in anyways.
If you have
so-
kids, maybe that dead
Yeah.
space, because then they can
Yeah.
run around and play
Yeah,
and stuff. If it's like raining
We had
outside.
those slides when we were work camping in the Florida Keys in the summertime. And
Oh
even
my
with
gosh.
the AC on, it was hard to keep the RV cool because our slides let in so much heat.
Yeah.
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 So for us, we're non-slides people.
We are also non-slide people. Yeah, those are
But
a
it's
lot of
very
excellent
personal.
points.
There's no wrong or right RV. You know,
Absolutely.
it's just whatever works for you.
And whatever you want to deal with. If you're
Yeah.
cool with dealing with all the things that come with a slide, all the negatives, and having more space, then more power to you.
The best advice I can tell to all you people that are looking to get an RV, but you've never RV'd before, you've never bought one, is rent one. I mean, you can rent RVs of all types, so just
Pretty
rent
cheap.
one. Yeah, I mean,
What's that one website? Outdoorsy?
outdoorsy. Yeah, it might cost a few $100s to go like rent one for a weekend or so, but go on like multiple trips, rent multiple RVs, really narrow down what you might like, because you might buy one and you've spent tens of thousands of dollars on it, and then you're like,
And you're gonna
I don't
lose
like
that
this.
money.
Yeah.
Yep, I don't like this. We should have gotten something else. You know, you might think you don't want slides, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so cramped in here, or vice versa. So
And
yeah,
sometimes you just don't know until you get out there and start doing it. Unfortunately.
Absolutely.
We're on
Yeah.
our third RV. So
Yeah.
in
Yeah, we
in a
had
matter
never-
of 3 years.
we're on our
so-
first up top.
Yeah, y'all are killing it.
You guys are killing it.
We never had an RV before, and so it took us a little bit to figure out what was best for us. And we were going a little too fast in the beginning. Now we've slowed down. We think we found the.
Thank you.
It's perfect for us
Yeah.
now, but yeah, we changed a few times to get there.
Yeah, and
That's
sometimes
very, very common.
yeah, a big time. And
Yeah.
like a lot of people think that they want a trailer first, and then they realize that towing a rig is sort of annoying, which it is. Like I really envy people that have motorhomes because it's just so much easier. You roll into a site and done, basically.
I mean, all we had to do was dig out our tires here to level.
Yep.
Well,
And
because
that's it.
It's
You're done.
so unlevel here. We didn't have
Yeah.
a choice.
Yeah, whereas setting up and tearing down a trailer is a huge pain. Plus, we're so long, even though our trailer is only 24 feet long, our truck is another 20 feet long. So our entire rig is like 40, 45 feet long, which is a pain when you're trying to get back to national forest sites. But, you know, you take the bad with the good. There's
Yeah.
no perfect rig. Every rig has their upsides, their downsides,
Yeah.
and
Our RV has a chassis and has an engine that we have to worry about
Mhm.
and maintain, and the travel trailer doesn't.
That's
you
true.
know? So, I mean,
Exactly.
there's- travel trailers are cheaper. You know, there's so many pros and cons, and it really is, I think, all
both.
personal.
yeah, how much is a Lazy Days new? Aren't they?
about 100,000.
Uh-huh.
Like 120, I think.
Yeah.
Brand
This one's a 2005, so right.
yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
cost anywhere near that, thank God. But
new.
I mean,
yeah.
we bought ours new, and this thing was 14,000, and but then again, our truck, you know, was another 14,000. So our whole rig, our entire rig, cost us 28 grand. But then again, our truck's not new either. So I don't know what kind of point I'm trying to make here.
Yeah, no, I mean, it really is going to be on your preference. That's just like new or used,
Well,
you know?
And
Everybody has their own
also,
preference.
like, we're always encouraging people to just, if you want to obtain this lifestyle or whatever, do it with what you have.
Oh,
So, Did
absolutely.
you guys already have the truck or no?
No, we did not already have the truck because Jenny and I we're like as efficient as we can be in most places. So I would never be rolling around with
Oh,
a
I
diesel
see.
truck
Yeah.
getting 12 miles per gallon.
Yeah.
But no, we bought the truck and the trailer after the fact, or you know, as
Once you
our
figured it out.
Yeah.
yep.
So that's kind of what we did. We didn't know what we wanted. We knew that we were going to go with a towable because that's what we could afford. We
Oh,
couldn't-
you guys already had your truck?
No,
we
we did not.
didn't.
That's
but-
right. You bought it from your friend.
But yeah, we actually bought it from Thomas's grandpa. But we knew that we could only afford a towable. We couldn't afford a motorhome at the time. And so we just focused
And the-
on what we
yeah.
could afford and made it happen.
Same.
Right.
Yeah,
and the truck
exactly.
that we had
Have a drink of that.
an F-150,
Thank you.
and it just didn't have the. It was the turbo, smaller V6
one in the
version,
freezer
and it
for
just
you,
didn't
too.
have the
Cool.
capacity to tow
What we
a
wanted.
decent
yeah.
size RV. So.
Yeah.
Want me to
So
read
that's
the
why we
comments?
wound up with the travel.
Yeah, yeah.
trailer.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go.
But
So wait a second.
We
So
got-
what? Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned this yet. I'm sorry. Larry Bridgewater Jr. said, "Great job, fellow Hoosiers. Stay safe." Thank you, Larry.
Thank you. And he says that's for a donation. Don't worry, we got it.
Yeah, all super chats,
All super chats.
are going
All super
to yeah, whether you say it or not, the super chats are all going toward the charity, so don't worry about that. And speaking of that, you know, we're an hour into the live stream now. I'm sure there's people that have joined us that don't know what the point of this live stream is, and the whole purpose is that we are donating 50% of the proceeds that we receive during the stream to the CDP. That's the Center for Disaster Philanthropy, their COVID-19 response fund. It is the money that they're raising. They're going to get to the people who have been hit hardest by coronavirus, and also to the healthcare workers that are on the front lines of this whole pandemic. They're going to be getting them emergency supplies to keep them safe. So like face masks, gloves, and other personal protective equipment to keep those frontline healthcare workers safe while they're trying to help other people that have been infected. And if you want to be a part of that and you want to donate, there is a link in the video description below that takes you to our PayPal. And the reason we ask you to go through PayPal as opposed to donating directly through YouTube is because YouTube takes a roughly 40% cut of all of the super chats and super stickers, whereas PayPal only takes about a 3% cut of donations made through PayPal. So, going through PayPal, we'll be able to get the most money possible to the CDP and their COVID-19 response fund, whereas through super chats, YouTube takes a pretty big cut. However, if you don't have a PayPal, you don't use PayPal, or if for whatever reason you're uncomfortable using PayPal, super chats, super stickers, donating that way is still completely
50% of whatever YouTube doesn't take is still going to get donated.
yeah, it's
so.
still perfectly fine. It's perfectly acceptable. So we were able to raise $239 for the COVID-19 response fund last week. So we're trying to beat that this week. And we will let you guys know how much money we were able to raise, not tomorrow, but the day after. We'll make a post on our social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you don't follow us and you want to see how much we were able to raise, go ahead and follow us on those social media platforms. And also, Jenny designed face coverings that we now are selling on our merch store. There's a link in the description below to... Excuse me. Yeah, I took a drink of your pop, so I got a little burp. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we have face coverings available, designed by Jenny, on our gear page on our website. There's a link to that in the description below, so that if you don't have a face covering yet and you want to be able to protect yourself, they are they're made of spandex, so they're reusable and
But they're great for hiking too.
Exactly. They're perfect. They're multi-purpose. They're great.
They're great for like if you ride a motorcycle or if you want to ride a
side by side,
especially side by side. I see people wearing them all the time.
Yeah,
on
four-wheelers. You're out. Yeah,
where it's dusty and everything.
Jeep with the top down.
Jeep with the top down. Yeah, it'll protect. It'll keep that dust out of your mouth. Yeah, they're
if
really
you're out
great.
riding your bicycle on a dirt
like this
road,
from the neck down.
Yep.
Or from the nose down to the neck. Yeah.
They're a little they can be warm if you're really, really cold. If you're already bundled up and you just want to cover your nose too.
Yeah, so we'll be donating a portion of all the proceeds we raise from selling those face coverings to that same COVID-19 response fund as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be going live every Monday while this whole situation is going on, so that we can just hopefully make an impact. Get some money to the people that need it the most. So thank you to everyone that has donated and will donate in the future.
So wants to know if it's what? Hops? What does that say? A hops pop or a soda pop? You can't tell.
It's just a soda pop.
It's ginger,
boring.
It's ginger ale.
Yeah.
I have to go put a sweatshirt on.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Want to hold this?
Sure. Oh, we're asked what charity. It is the CDP, which is the Center for Disaster Philanthropy. They have a COVID-19 response fund where they are raising money to help those that have been hit hardest by coronavirus, as well as getting emergency medical supplies to healthcare frontline workers during this pandemic. So that's the charity.
Okay, so Johnny Lightning wanted to know how we found without slides. It's hard. Have you seen a lot of them without slides, motorhomes?
Not the only ones that I've seen that don't have slides are just smaller Class Bs. So like a Class C, not really.
Lazy Days. None of the Lazy Days have slides, so that's what they're known for.
So our Lazy Days, no Lazy Days has slides, and they're more like an Airstream because they're aluminum on the outside, roof, walls,
riveted together.
Yeah, and they have real wood on the inside, so they're a quality product. But they're not easy to come by. It took us a while to find one.
What's that like?
So nice.
It is.
So spoiled.
But they're not easy to find.
Yeah.
Basically, you have to either order them new because they're factory direct, or you have to just buy a used one, and the used market is very slim and they go quick. So you really have to be watching the market.
We checked every day, multiple times a day to find this RV.
Nationwide.
Yeah, because as soon as they pop up, people are buying
They're
them.
gone. Yeah, that's just how they are.
Um,
They kind of have like a cult following behind them. Once people get them, they don't tend to get rid of them. So
the other question was how much fresh water we have, and that's 58 gallons.
yeah, we have 58 gallons
How
in
much
our
do you guys have?
Lazy Days.
Fresh,
We have
54.
54.
Nice.
And then another 68 back there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we have another 6 right there. Come on. This little blue
Whoa!
Close.
Yeah.
Close.
6, 64, same thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But we don't have a huge. We only have 28 black and 35 gray.
Our black kills us.
Yeah, the black is only 28, which we can get max about 10 days out of.
Oh,
But we don't have a
well,
composting toilet, so.
You guys need
Yeah.
to get a composting
I
toilet.
know.
I know, we got to figure that out.
Johnny Lightning says, I'm looking for a Super C and I can't find one without slides. Oh, well.
Oh.
Yeah, good
I
luck.
don't
Yes.
think people are buying Super Cs that don't have slides. That's
Yeah.
probably one of the problems.
Even when we had our last RV, which was a Itasca Viva, which is the same as a Winnebago
got it.
Trend,
Okay.
it did not have slides, but it was hard to find that one. It was hard to find smaller coaches.
With no slides.
Yeah, and I looked at all the makes and models from like any manufacturer you can think of,
Yeah.
and kind of narrowed it down. So.
Typically, when people go bigger, they're looking for slides. So the industry is going to do what they can sell the most of.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah.
And then the bigger coaches tend to have bigger frames and bigger axles so they can have that extra weight on them.
Yeah.
You know, like when you have like a big Class A, that's a totally different chassis compared to a van chassis. You know, it's
Yeah.
made to carry a lot more weight, so the slides aren't as a hindrance, I guess.
Yeah.
Some excellent points. Hey, Tammy, would you like to be a moderator? Because you come to like every live stream, and I don't understand why you're not a moderator.
She
So
also comes to ours.
yeah, so you don't have to. Don't feel obligated to, because you know it's
It's like
it's
a
a thing you
freedom.
have to deal with. But
But if you're showing
so the-
up, yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it's nice to have people who show up on a regular basis be your moderators.
and
because
yeah,
you know you
Tammy
can
comes to
count on
every
them.
single one. So yeah,
If she wants to be, she
Yep.
doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Only
but
if
yeah,
she
we can make you a moderator right now if you'd like to be. But don't feel obligated. We understand if you don't want to.
Yeah, just let us know. It's no big deal.
You got any questions, Jenny, that you want to read
Well,
off?
I just came back out because I was cold, so.
Wait a second. Gary says the best advice I've heard and have adopted is you don't live in your RV, you live out of it. Not
Oh, hey,
unless you're us.
Unless you're full time.
Unless you're full time.
That's true.
And then we spend most of our time inside unless it's really, really nice and we're tired of being inside.
Yeah, believe it or not, but Jenny and I are we're homebodies. We really are. So when we're not filming and we're not out exploring, filming that, we are basically inside of our trailer, just hanging out, you know, and doing work, getting stuff done, or just playing video games, and you know, we're homebodies. We like the inside of our trailer. We were homebodies back when we had a house too.
Yep, we didn't do much. Well,
Like I said,
there wasn't a lot to do. In
I said it
Portland.
before that I'm kind of boring, and we're sort of boring.
I want to stand in the sunshine.
I feel like that's a big misconception though, because we heard that a lot too before we went full time, that you live outside and not inside your RV, and that's a complete total lie.
Yeah.
Think about how you live in your house. If you're living in an RV full time, that's pretty much the same as living in your house full time. Are you outside of your house all the time? You're just not. It's just
Yeah.
not realistic to think that you're going to live outside the majority of the time. And then
Yeah.
if you get stuck in bad weather and it's raining for
Yep.
a week, which it has, then you're
Oh, that's
trapped in that
happened all the time,
space. So I think that, you know, it's nice to have, you know, tell yourself that you're going to get out more, and you will get out more because you're traveling and stuff.
Mhm.
But realistically, you're going to be spending 60% or more of your time in your RV, especially if you work remotely,
Yep.
you're editing videos, you know, whatever it is that you do.
Yeah, that's us. Definitely.
Yeah.
Like we're only outside if we're gonna be. I don't know. I think I already
not-
said this.
we're
I'm just
not-
repeating myself.
We're not only outside if we're gonna be filming. We do enjoy spending, like, if we have a day off, we like to spend it outside, especially if
Yeah.
that day is gonna be really nice. I'm like, I don't want to spend my whole day off inside the RV because we spend all of our work days inside the RV. So I want to, you know,
But you're not
Change it up.
constantly exploring. It's not like
Yeah.
every other day we're going to this epic place or doing
Yeah.
this epic hike. It's just not realistic. Yeah.
just, first of all, I don't have the energy to go somewhere every other day. But then I also, it's just not realistic with our work schedule and being able to film and get YouTube videos up on time, and also traveling every other week or every week if we have to. It's just not realistic
Yeah.
to be outside every other day.
I think the living outside of your RV is more for weekenders.
Absolutely, yeah, I
People
think
who are
you're right.
doing it part time, or maybe you're just taking a month trip in your RV. You're more than likely going to be spending most of your time outside,
Especially if you're not
versus-
working.
Yeah, if you're a full timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you have like a teardrop and the inside of your teardrop is nothing but a bed and storage for clothes.
Exactly.
Or you're in
Then-
a small class B, like a
Yeah.
Sprinter van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then
If you're
yes,
van
most-
life, certainly. Yeah.
Yeah. Then a lot of it's gonna be spent outside, I would think.
We got another question. TWS, do you think we could live full time on $3,000 per month, assuming we're debt free, of course?
Yes.
Yes. David and I, because we haven't been traveling very far or really at all much the last month or so, we've been able to narrow down our our
Expenses.
expenses down to, what was it, 800?
800. Yep.
We managed to spend only $800 last month.
Yeah.
So
We spent 2,900 last month and 3,100 the month before that. Now our bills start at 1,042 every single month. Thomas's health insurance cost us $455 a month, plus whatever we have to pay to run the channel, our music that we have to pay for, the editing program we have to pay for, all of those things, our internet and cell phone, all of that. Life insurance, all of the fixed things, we automatically start out at 1,042 every month, and then you have to add on gas and groceries and stuff like that. We have a really bad Walmart habit. We spend a lot of money on food. I'm trying to reel us in, but we're spending like $600 just on food. $1,000 at Walmart alone. I don't know how we go through that, but it happens between, you know, your paper goods and stuff like that. And even, I don't think that we're splurging, but
No, I
then
wouldn't
I
think
get
so.
back and I'm, you know, at the end of the month, I'm like, holy cow, how did we spend this much at Walmart? But it's, you know, groceries and paper goods and cleaning supplies. It can go quick. So
Yeah,
I
it
think
really
you
can.
guys did a budget video recently, which, or how to save money.
Yeah, how to save money. Yep.
And if you aren't tracking your budget, you need to
Yep.
start even before you hit the road, because that's going to help you really reel in those expenses. But I think 3,000 is reasonable.
Absolutely. Yeah, I
3,000
think
is
it. I think it
completely
absolutely
reasonable.
is.
Yeah.
even when we first hit the road, I think our expenses were 3,600 a month because we were
No, we were
traveling a lot.
We were
more
closer
often.
to 2,000. We were right around 2,000.
I could have sworn we hit.
No,
3,600
there's
one
no
month.
way.
I don't
No.
remember. Oh, it was the month we had to buy our laptops.
There we go.
right.
Yeah,
Never mind.
there we go.
That's
That's
why,
why.
because
Yeah,
my
I was
laptop
like,
failed
there
and-
must have been a big expense.
Yeah.
No, for the longest time we were at about 1,500 a month, and just recently we've just plummeted.
Recently is only
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we haven't been traveling as much. If we were traveling the same amount as we normally do, it would still probably be 1,500.
Yeah. But you'll still want to make sure that you have extra over the 3,000 if that's going to be your spending, because you never know when something's going to happen. So
Right.
Absolutely.
this past month, we had to replace our water pump, which was $240. And, you know, we had to buy the proper jack and stuff for our RV. Just little things like that can really add up. And the next thing you know, your $2,000 budget is now $3,000 for that month. So just keep maintenance stuff in mind, because you can have a really big maintenance thing. Oh, right before we went to Mexico, I don't know if we told you guys, but we wound up putting $3,300 to $3,600 into the motorhome.
Oh my gosh,
because,
no, I didn't know that.
A rat or a mouse got in there, chewed up some wires. Our turbo, something was wrong with one of our
Oh, you did
turbos.
tell us.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you did tell us about
Thomas
that.
was
Yep.
showing- he popped it open or something.
And
he
so
was
now we're
showing us.
freaking out every time we see a mouse in our campsite, because we don't want that to happen
Yep.
again. But that's a huge expense. So now your $3,000 budget has turned into $4,000 over the next 3 months.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because
Yep.
that $3,300 has to be
Spread
evened
out,
Yeah.
It's
so,
totally true. Yeah, it's not just what your average regular expenses are. There's
Exactly.
also going to be some surprises.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just have to prepare for that too.
We have a mouse in our truck somewhere.
Well, that's why we stopped
Yeah.
storing trash in the back of it, because
Yeah.
yeah, we usually store trash right in the bed of our truck, and a mouse was getting in there and ripping the bags open and
They
getting
got
into
in
the
our
trash.
Jeep. They got in our glove compartment box, chewed up all of our napkins.
Oh my gosh.
They're
Yeah, we
just
normally keep, like,
ridiculous.
napkins
They're
in
making
there, you know?
nests probably out of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so I'm sure we have a rat nest or a mouse nest somewhere in the bed of our truck, but that's why I stopped keeping food in there,
We
or
found
trash. I mean, sorry,
mouse droppings in there though.
in our
In
pass
there.
through. Yeah,
So
great stuff.
good times. We haven't found a mouse inside. I haven't heard a mouse inside, and we haven't found any more droppings.
Oh wait,
So I'm hoping it was just like a one-time thing.
Jenny. So going back to people asking where Sweetie is. She's just right here. Can you see her? Sweetie girl.
She's watching us.
Hi, puppy.
336.
Hi, pup.
Wow.
Wow, that is a lot.
Oh, Brad and Diana said they started out and had a body control module fail, which was $1,300
Yeah.
right out the gate. They had just bought their RV, so yeah, anything can happen.
I like
Yeah.
how Brad and Diana also say that they're no slide people.
Yeah.
They don't like slide
Yeah.
We had some friends of ours that bought a Class A, and they had to put a new roof on it, and it cost them like,
It was
what,
a used Class A. It cost them $6,000.
$6,000
Oh my
To put the
gosh.
roof
to put a
on.
new roof on the Class A that they bought.
Yeah.
So I
We-
mean, you just never know. Stuff like that can happen to anybody.
We have friends who they bought their trailer new, and luckily it was still under warranty. But while under warranty, their roof buckled. So they sent us pictures, and the struts that go
Oh my
across,
gosh,
like,
yeah.
popped up everywhere, and they had to have their entire roof redone.
Yeah.
It was luckily under warranty, but it took them like 6 weeks to get it back,
Yeah.
which is actually really good because normally it takes a lot longer than
Yeah.
that. What was
Yeah,
the
it
other thing
does.
that they had fail?
Were they in Indiana? That probably helped.
But if you're living in that
Oh.
full time and you've already sold your house and stuff, that can be a real
So bad,
huge
yeah.
inconvenience.
Well,
And
I mean-
and they had.
Just look at lots of people right now in the Thousand Trails. We have several friends that are Thousand Trails members, and they tend to stay in there the majority of the time. And lots of them are basically locked into a spot, and they're having to pay because, their pass is only good for like 2 weeks, and they have to be out for a week, right? So they're having to pay, or they were in one of their higher tier parks, which is, they only plan to be there for a week, and they're going to go to the free park, but then they got stuck there during the pandemic. So now they're, paying out. I think
they're forced to pay.
600 a month.
Yeah, I think Joe's paying like $600 a month.
Oh my gosh, wow.
He didn't have a choice.
Wait a second, Jenny, I want to read off.
I'm not gonna know what Joe is.
So I just want to read off and give recognition to those who have donated for the COVID-19 response fund. We got Thomas S. Thank you for your donation. Oh man, I had them all pulled up and then I just backed out of them. What am I doing?
Fastest I've ever drank a soda.
Henry R. Thank you very much for your donation. Also, David Y. Stephen W. Michael K. and Gary H. And then we also have one from Gary James as well, and from Lance H. Thank you all very much. All that,
Nice.
yeah, those will be sure to, like I said, we're raising 50%, or sorry, 50% of all the proceeds we raise during this live stream will be going to the CDP's. Even wow, the CDP, which is the Center for Disaster Philanthropies COVID-19 Response Fund. They're raising money to get it to those that have been hit hardest by the coronavirus, as well as healthcare workers that are on the front lines. They're going to be getting emergency medical supplies to them so that they can stay protected while they are providing healthcare to those that have been infected by coronavirus. So if you want to participate in that, we have a donation link below that will take you to our PayPal. You can also donate directly on YouTube through Super Chats. However, if you have a PayPal address, you're comfortable using PayPal, we ask that you go through that because PayPal only takes a 3% cut, whereas YouTube takes a 40% cut. However, Super Chats and Super Stickers are still completely acceptable. And like I said, 50% of all the proceeds we raise will be going to that charity.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the whole point of this live stream is we're trying to raise money for that.
Did you guys want to walk around or anything?
Whatever. Yeah.
All right. Well, if we're
You wanna-
walking, we
you
need to
wanna-
get this doggy out.
Yeah, if we're walking,
Wait.
let's. You guys want to grab a step?
Sweetie girl. Oh, I don't think they can really see. Do you want to go? Do you want to go, Pop?
She looks tired.
I guarantee she's tired, but she's always ready for
Yeah.
adventure.
It was pretty warm earlier to be
Yeah.
out hiking and stuff.
Yeah. Do we want to go?
She is tired. I can tell.
Do we want to go back to where we were, or do we want to go to those rocks over there and show them the pretty valley?
Probably the pretty valley. Where
It's
where
closer.
will you have service?
Jenny, will you hold this? Everywhere, I think.
Yeah, we
I gotta
were,
tie my shoes.
Oh,
Pretty valley.
so
Remind me to.
is it facing me or you?
It was facing you.
Oh. So someone wanted to know, do we think it's worth the $3,000 to live in an RV versus the sticks and bricks?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
$3,000. What do you mean?
Oh, you missed it because you were inside.
Our $3,000 a month budget. Do they think
yeah.
it's doable full time RVing?
I absolutely think it's worth it because we are actively traveling on that amount of money. So
Yeah.
this is our gas, our food, everything. Plus we're able to go to these beautiful places and it's basically the same. I don't know. It's the same comforts and everything as living in a house,
Yeah.
but we're
Yeah, I
in
think
this
so.
amazing
Minus the couch.
scenery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course
minus
there.
the-
us.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah, I mean there's obviously some inconveniences to it. We own less stuff. We have to manage our own
Will you hold this
water
while
and
I put this
power and that kind of stuff. But I mean, it isn't really that big of a deal. You
No,
get
not
so
at
used
all.
to it so quickly. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, sure, there are some like inconveniences compared to like
But
a house. but-
Personally, I enjoy owning less stuff. It's
Yeah.
I think like being a minimalist, you are sort of freed by not having so much junk that doesn't really add anything to your life, especially things that cost money like you know, having multiple vehicles, like if for every vehicle you have that costs money, like items have a cost of ownership. You don't just buy them and then that's it. They don't cost you anything ever again.
Right.
Like just about everything you have costs something to own, whether it's maintenance or, you know, something. So what?
Did Tammy
What do you?
ever answer?
Oh, I don't know if she did answer. I'm sorry.
Now, personally, I would love to have a home base, especially with the things that are going on right now. If we could
Just for the stability, it would be nice to have somewhere
a
stable to go when you
guaranteed
need
place
to.
that
Yeah.
we can go to. Of course, we have family. We could always go back and, you know, park on my family farm and stay there. There wouldn't be any issues or whatever. But, you know, when you're 33 years old, do you want
Yeah.
to go back and live with your parents?
Exactly.
You know,
I
mean,
always feel like, I don't know about you guys, but whenever we go and stay with some people, like especially my brother, Thomas and Amanda, even though they always tell us we love having you guys, we can't wait till you come back and stuff. I just can't help feel, but it's an imposition. Like I'm
Yeah.
imposing some. So
Exactly.
it's like, so when it's not yours, you don't own it.
Yeah.
I just can't help but feel like, you know.
We feel the same. I'm
Yeah.
always trying to pay my mom rent and stuff
Exactly,
whenever we
yeah.
go back because I just feel guilty for using her electricity and stuff.
Yeah, we
and-
tried to pay
We
my
feel-
dad,
we
and
feel
he was
bad.
just like,
He was straight up like, no. I even
Yeah.
tried to pay my dad.
yeah, and
And
your dad
my-
straight up told us, you
No,
never try this again.
We
Don't
sent
pay us
him
again."
money
Yeah.
and he sent it back.
Yeah, we sent him money on PayPal and he
So-
returned it.
I told her,
It's like, don't do that again.
I told her mom when we were there, I was like, hey, if whatever the water bill, electric bill, whatever it goes up, let us know. We'll
Yeah.
pay. You know, we want to help out or whatever. We have no
Because
problem.
we were there for about 4 months.
yeah, we were renovating the other RV, so we were parked beside the house, the other one for a
Sweetie.
while.
Hey, no.
And
Eating plants.
her electric bill went down. Like it went down like.
She's like, let me take a look. It actually went down, however.
I was like, well, I guess you owe me money.
Yeah, exactly. That was perfect. Clearly, I've helped.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Tammy would like to know if it's hard to be a moderator. No, Tammy, when you're a moderator, whenever you tap on someone's or if you click on someone's photo, it'll give you options that you can do. Some of them is putting someone in timeout. Some of them is hiding them completely from the channel. If you hide them from a channel, they can no longer comment, and we will never see their comments again. But they can continue to comment. If you put them in timeout, then they have, I think it's 300 seconds
I don't know.
or something
Yeah, it's
like
like
that.
it literally is timeout.
It's timeout,
They can't
yeah.
talk for all.
Sweetie.
Sometimes you'll get people that will just put the exact same comment
Yeah.
5 times in a row because they're trying to get it seen. You
Yeah.
know, that's the kind of
Just
people
put them in
that.
And
timeout
that's
or
it.
hide them, you know,
And
whatever.
yeah, you just tap on their picture and that's it.
Like for us and our people, there's no pressure to show up
Yeah.
for the live feed
Yeah,
or
exactly,
stay on the whole time
exactly.
or anything like that. You try to have multiple moderators. That way, you're all kind of sharing the load, right, and helping
Okay,
us
she's-
out. So it's
Sweetie,
really
stop.
nice because
Ew.
one, your
Mistakes.
name shows up in blue, so everybody that you see in blue is a moderator, and so it's easier for them to even see
Sweetie.
you. And also, it's just really helpful because we can't see every single comment, and so when people are nasty or derogatory, we don't want the rest of the audience to have to deal with that and look at that either. And so it's just really helpful.
All right, Tammy, you're officially a moderator.
Well, there you go. Now your name's gonna be blue every time you comment.
Yeah.
She just, I wonder if it takes a couple seconds or something. 'cause
I
she
will
just
feel
commented.
special.
Yeah, so special.
Unfortunately, Rich is one of ours, I think, on
I know.
here.
I need to
and-
remove him. As I don't know what I'm thinking.
Where
He's-
do we want to go?
Man,
Oh,
he's
you're
such a
heading
turd. Yeah, let's go show him the valley.
He
from
is
that
a
one spot
turd.
up there.
What's funny is we've have
Oh, there we go. Her name's blue now.
some of our we have some of our patrons that are moderators, and I feel like we've had somebody time out Rich before.
I'm sure he's been
So
timed
we've
out
had
before.
We've had one of our moderators moderator.
Well, it's hard because you don't know who's being rude and you don't know what relationships they have. So you're just,
You don't know
trying
if
to do
they're-
your best.
You don't know if they're pretending to be a jerk or if they're actually.
Yeah, that's a good
Exactly,
point. And
yeah.
it's sarcasm doesn't come across in text very easily.
Yeah.
And I want to take this opportunity to, now that we're talking about moderators, just to thank all of our moderators, that we've had up into this so far. I see Jeb is on, Stephen Clay. Oh, excuse me, Stephen Clay is on. Thank you guys so much. Jeff and Lori are moderators as well. I think Matt Hughes is. Jenny, is Matt Hughes a moderator?
He is a moderator.
Yeah. So thank you to all our moderators. You guys are such a great help. It's such a relief for us because we're like filming and talking and trying to answer questions and stuff. So we miss a lot of the the weird things that people can say. So you guys are on top of it. Thank you so much.
And Austin.
Except
Oh yeah, Austin too is a moderator.
no,
yeah,
no,
everyone but Rich.
everyone but Rich.
Yeah. So I actually think I warned you guys about Rich, didn't I? Before
I think
he
so,
ever
yeah.
came over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you did. It was great though. He was funny. similar sarcastic nature that David does.
Yeah.
So it works.
We found a really pretty section viewpoint too over there where we were earlier. We should have told him to look at the mountain.
What, Jenny?
Oh yeah. Jeb says he has to go. So thank you, Jeb, for coming.
Jeb's the man.
Jeb's the man.
Bye, Jeb.
Bye, Jeb. We'll see you next time.
Johnny Lightning said, my mom used to pay my travel expenses to come see her. Don't fight it.
Oh, that was neat. What is it?
It's just
Luis S asked, hello, glad you folks are doing well. Now that you have some years in it, what type of batteries do you prefer using? So we have never had, lead acid batteries in our trailer. We've always had lithium. So we bought our trailer, and within a month or so of owning it, we had lithium batteries in it. We knew that we didn't want to deal with lead acid. The data just shows that lithium is better than lead acid in almost every single way other than upfront cost. So
Exactly.
But
they are cheaper over time.
yeah, they are, but lithium batteries are actually cheaper over time because you won't have to replace them as often as you're replacing lead acid batteries.
They live longer, literally.
Yeah, so the only time I would ever tell someone that they should go with lead acid as opposed to lithium is if, first off, you're just not going to be using your RV very much. So it's going to take you kind of a long time to recoup that extra cost. However, if you're going to be using lead acid, then you definitely want to keep it on a battery tender because it's pretty easy to kill lead acid batteries if you're not maintaining them. And then the other time I would say to use lead acid as opposed to lithium is if you just can't afford the upfront cost of lithium. So that's about it. If you can afford lithium, do it.
They are pricey.
Yeah, they're pricey up front, but we've had ours for 3 years now, and we have not noticed any decrease in total battery charge. So, we haven't noticed any decrease in total capacity. So
So the place that we walked to right now is this beautiful lookout that we found.
let me switch this around. The front,
that
the
we
back
like to
camera's
watch
better.
the sunset at.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like to watch the sunset out here. It's so pretty.
Yeah. It's a good spot right here.
Well, yeah, it goes that way.
And I don't know about you guys, but isn't this guy like the perfect Christmas tree?
It's so big and like
Oh my
perfect.
gosh, it
It
is.
really is.
It's two of them.
Cool.
It's double, though.
Is it really?
It is too, yeah.
Oh. Well, they've merged together perfectly.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
We should come back here at Christmas time and decorate it.
Oh man, that'd be so fun.
That would be a lot of fun. If people are driving down they can't see it. I was
It'd
gonna-
be freezing here, though.
it'd be
Yeah.
super cold. But yeah, this is our little lookout spot that we found. It's really neat.
Kind
Mountains.
of watch the shadow on the mountains.
That was cool. That was really cool. Thomas, this is a question for you because I know you have a 24-volt system.
Alright.
He said, do you consider a 48-volt system with a massive battery bank to run your air conditioner?
All right, so as far as like 12 volt versus 24 volt versus 36 or 48, basically the only real thing you'd have to do is you have to buy a converter, a step down converter, because your RV is probably still in 12 volt. You know, like your
Mhm.
water pump, your refrigerator, your fans, all that stuff's still going to need 12 volt. However, like the battery bank itself, you'd also have to buy your inverter for that and all that
Jenny,
good stuff.
Sweetie's eating stuff.
Um,
Come here.
in my personal opinion, if you're building a solar system that has more than 400 watts of solar on the roof and you have a larger inverter, especially like, 3,000 watt inverter or so,
Yeah.
you might end up actually saving money stepping up your battery bank because they're basically the voltage would be higher and the amps would be lower on the same amount of watts. So for example, on a 30 amp charge controller, a Victron one is like $225. You could put 440 watts on your roof with a 12 volt system or 840 watts with a 24 volt battery bank system. Whereas if you wanted to put 800 watts on a 12 volt battery bank, you'd have to buy the 60 amp charge controller, which is like $540. So you're really going to spend double the amount of money on that same component because you just don't want to wire your batteries a little bit differently.
Mhm.
So in my opinion, if you're doing probably more than about 400 watts, you should just consider it.
But
It really isn't that big of a deal. You just know that you have to add a converter.
but we don't really believe that you should waste your money trying to run your air conditioner.
Agreed.
If you
No.
want a solar system set up, you should be following the weather. It's not hard to follow the weather. It's actually way better because you're not closed up in your RV. Your windows are open. You're
can-
smelling the outdoors. Like
Yeah.
it's so much better to not have the
Yeah,
AC.
and it makes your RV feel bigger because your windows are open.
Yes.
You know?
So if you really want to get out there and boondock, forget the AC. Just
Agreed.
follow the weather. I
Absolutely
don't think
agreed.
it's worth
Yeah.
the expense of the amount of batteries you would
Mhm.
need because you're going to be able to run your AC for an hour or two, and if you're in hot weather, that's going to do nothing.
Yeah, I mean it's you can do it. It is definitely possible. There's lots of people that do it.
just
But
don't
you're
recommend it.
you're talking buying a very large battery bank. I mean, if you're buying 10 or 12 lithium batteries, you're spending $10,000 or $12,000 in just
Mhm.
batteries. So in my opinion, have a smaller solar system, and then carry a generator
Yep.
around.
Mhm.
We have personally not had to use a generator this entire year. Literally for 2020, we haven't needed a generator or to plug in at all. And we have 800 watts of solar and 400 amp hours of lithium, just like David and Jenny do.
Have we had 2 days that were warm? Yes, it was
Mhm.
86 degrees here, but you just get through those 2 days and you move
Yeah.
on. It's not the end of the world.
If we had, if it was really bad, we personally can crank up our chassis and get AC,
Yeah.
because we have a motorhome. Like David and Jenny carry a generator, and that's a great option. Carry a generator for those few days. You probably won't need it as much as you think, though.
Exactly. Yeah. Being able to run those excellent points, being able to run your air conditioner, not worth it having to buy the massive battery bank. And if you really can't live without AC, then
Once you get used to
yeah.
it, once you get used to boondocking, you guys, and you get used to following the weather, whenever you actually do go back to an RV park and you have to run your AC because you're in a hot environment or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I get so claustrophobic. Just
Yeah.
having all the windows shut.
Well, we
and
just hate being
it
in RV
feels
parks,
so
period.
Small in
we
there.
we
And
hate
then the-
every aspect about being
But
in an
even when
RV
you're
park.
next to your brothers or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, if it
And
got too hot there and you had to stay closed up for a long time and run your AC, it
They're
just would
also-
be,
That's true.
Yeah.
I
It
would
is,
totally
it is
agree.
claustrophobic.
And
yeah.
they're so loud too. I mean,
yeah.
the RV air conditioners are not quiet.
Oh, I know. They're
So
annoyingly
they're
loud.
just loud.
It's not something that you want to have on 24/7. It's just
Yeah.
you can barely even hear yourself
Yeah.
over the person
Yeah.
next to you.
I
It's
love what who did the super chat? Tool. What he said. I don't remember his first name. About how he loves that you guys got him out there boondocking and is doing it all the time now.
Mhm.
I think that we're all a little afraid in the beginning because
For
it's
sure.
the unknown. We don't really know what we're doing.
getting out of your comfort zone
Yeah.
big
You're
time.
learning a new skill, but once you learn it, oh my gosh, you guys, the doors will open right up to the
And
things that you can do and
I
experience.
just want to say that this is coming from 2 born and raised Floridians who did not live without air conditioner. You won't go to a house in Florida that doesn't have air conditioning. It just
Yeah.
is not going to happen. If you find one, it's probably a historical home. Like they're
Yeah.
gonna put a window unit in that thing. So we are so used to having air conditioning, but we just love it. We follow the weather, and it's so much better.
I'm eating that.
And then Johnny Lightning asked, David, what brand of batteries do you have? The link on your website goes to Battleborn. You said they were $2,400 each and were 200 amp hours, and which doesn't seem to reconcile with Battleborn. So you're right. We actually have Relion brand lithium batteries. The reason we link to Battleborn batteries, though, is because I've heard nothing bad about Battleborn. You guys have Battleborn batteries, right?
We do.
Any issues with them?
No.
Yeah, we've heard nothing bad about Battleborn batteries, and they're way cheaper than Relion. So
And neither one of us are Battleborn affiliates.
Yeah,
so,
it's true. Yeah, neither
they
of us
just
are-
make a really good battery.
yeah, they're. I mean, we love our Relion batteries. We've had no issues with them so far. After over 3 years of owning them and using them every single day, but they're just more expensive. Like I
Well-
said, it's $1,200 per 100 amp hours, whereas Battleborns, I think you can
think
get
they're-
for like
They're
9.
I think they're $950.
But if you get them at a
wait,
show,
But I think
Black Friday, they're
Black-
$100 off and then scratch and dent.
I think.
Okay.
Are they
Oh,
$100
you
off
missed
on Black
it.
Friday or $50?
They're
off or something?
$100 off on Black Friday, and then if you get scratch and dent, when you call Battleborn, call them on a Black Friday.
Yeah.
Say, what's your Black Friday deal? It's more than likely going to be $100 off a battery, and then say, also, do you have any scratch and dent? Because that's going to be another $50 off.
That's
So
what
we
did
got
for our
ours
first
for
system.
$800 a battery.
Yeah, or if you can get them at a show, go to an RV show. I know they take like $100 off.
Yeah, they're cheaper at RV shows too. Also, one thing about Relion versus Battleborn is Battleborn, the biggest battery size
Sweetie
you can
girl,
get
sweetie girl.
is 100 amp hours, but with Relion, I'm pretty sure they make a 300 and a 400 amp hour
I know they make
battery.
3. They might make a 4. So which is
So that means that you
if
get,
you want less batteries,
if
yeah.
you want less batteries, which worked out for us because we would have needed 4 100 amp hour batteries from Battleborn. But at the time that we bought our batteries, Battleborn didn't make 100 amp hour batteries. They only made 50 amp hour batteries, didn't they?
I don't even think Battleborn was a thing.
Might not have been.
Yeah, and there's a lot more. There's several lithium companies out there that are coming out. There's a one called Lion Energy. They're based out of Utah. There's Life Blue. Life Blue has like Bluetooth built into it, I guess,
Oh,
apparently.
Interesting.
There's a few that I've read, keeping up with kind of solar stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
That are supposed to be, lots of people have purchased them and they've had, pretty good,
Yeah.
deals with them. So
I'm sorry, I'm a little behind on this. I just saw Robert Kelly with the super chat. He said, "Keep up the good work." Thank you so much, Robert. We really appreciate that, man.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Johnny Lightning makes an excellent point. He said, "Move up in altitude or latitude to stay cool." Yeah.
There you go.
That was something that Jenny and I didn't really fully understand when we first hit the road. But it's
That kicked us in the butt when we were in New Mexico, though, because we were at high elevation. We're just like, it's the South. It's never going to snow. It doesn't get cold.
and then it
And then
snowed
it
while we were
snowed.
there. Yeah, and we had to get out. But yeah, during the summer, as a full-time RVer trying to travel with the weather, high elevation is your friend. We've got some sites that we go to, and we've got like they're like 9,000 feet in elevation, and we hit up those spots in the middle of the summer, and it's like highs in the high 60s, low 70s in the middle of the country, but really high elevation. Well, it's in the Southwest, it's in Utah, but yeah, I mean, higher elevation is your friend, and then conversely in the winter, lower elevation is your friend.
There's so many smooth rocks out here.
yeah, there
We were
There's
just
lots of quartz up here.
yeah we were just talking about how we can't help but stare at the ground.
I know.
I can't help but even though I know this is not a good area.
We've already searched this area and we found almost nothing. So we already know that there's not much out here, but
Can't help it though.
you can't help it. You can't help but
They're so
look
neat.
for them.
Yeah. I will tell you guys this because I see a lot of you talking about Battleborn batteries in the comments right now. The page, our gear page, those are all Amazon affiliate links. So if you do make a purchase through those links, it does help support the channel. We get a small commission from that, and it costs you nothing extra. So yeah, if we've helped give you guys some useful information this whole time, and you want to give us a bit of a commission with no extra cost to you guys, then go through those links. Also, Thomas and Stacy, do you guys have a gear page?
We do, but use yours. It's your channel.
Well, I mean, you guys have been given some extra advice too. I mean, they have a
Yeah.
gear page as well on their website. I'm not lostomrving.com.
Plus,
So-
I'm sure that they have stuff on their gear page that we don't have on ours. So.
Exactly. So yeah, if you want
gonna
to have them receive a commission as well, buy stuff through their links as well. They're good people. They definitely deserve it.
The main reason that we went with Battleborn is their warranty is just baller. They have I haven't checked it recently, so I don't know if it's changed, but
At the time, they had the best
yeah,
one.
at the time, like David and Jenny, I mean, Relion was the main lithium producer at that time. The Battleborn wasn't even around.
Mm-hmm.
It was a newer technology that really in the RV industry for deep cycle really hadn't been used before. So they were more costly then. So the price of batteries has also come down because I think even the Battleborns were like 1,000,
Yeah.
1,100 originally, or 1,050 or something. But for us, we ended up going with them. I actually wanted to buy a different lithium brand just because everyone knows
I know,
about
man.
Battleborn.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to have a different option.
You just wanted to be different.
I did because I wanted to say, hey, check this out. This is a cheaper option.
Yeah.
Why not save some cash? But when I did now this was a while ago. This is like last summer. Battleborn just was they had the best warranty for the similar price. For me, I was like, I'd rather pay the extra $50 and get a 10-year warranty than a 3-year warranty.
Yeah, 10-year warranty. That's
Yeah,
so
and it's
good.
like it's 8 years replacement and like 2 years, only 2 years are prorated, which that's pretty good. And I know from Rely On is 5 years total, 3 years replacement and 2 years prorated.
Oh wow,
That's
yeah.
crazy, and it's similar price. But you know,
No,
when Dave
Rely
bought
On's
his,
more
they weren't even around.
expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more expensive. So that's the reason that we personally had them when we bought them. So,
Yeah.
but
Well, and more worried
What's Sweetie
about
doing? Sweet pup, what are you doing?
She's eating all the sticks.
Are you eating all the sticks, big girl? Huh? She's loving it. She's having a blast, you guys. She was out all day with us earlier from like 2 to 5. Now she gets to come back out and explore more.
1 to 4.
Oh, there's another stick. Dog, if you keep eating sticks, you're gonna get sick. What? Sweetie, say hi to everyone. Boo! Boo! Good girl. Oh, I have a story to tell you guys. So the reason she throws her head back like that when she barks is because we used to have a husky as well
oh yeah.
when we first got them, and we were teaching the husky how to howl, and Sweetie picked up after that too. So she
Aw.
"Boo," like
She
that.
throws her head back.
Fun.
every
Did,
time
did
you-
the husky howl? Like she
Yeah,
howled?
she did.
She was a howler.
That's funny.
She was such a talkative little puppy, and she was
Are you just eating rocks now?
the most aggressive dog we've ever
Pup,
had.
Are
So
you
we ended up
eating
keeping her.
rocks? What are you
But,
doing, big girl?
We couldn't handle it. She was
Very aggressive.
Jackrabbit. Ah,
it's
you
going down
don't
the
see it.
wash.
It's under there.
Oh wow, dang it!
That was a good.
I
size
did
one.
see it. I don't know if they got to see it. Yeah, it was a jackrabbit.
Big old jackrabbit.
We're making a ton of noise too. That guy is like,
He didn't care at all.
I know. What is it?
Yeah, he's going. You can't see him now. I just watched him cross the.
So TW, oh, sweetie girl. I know she's just doing it
She
constantly,
won't
right?
stop. I can't get her to stop.
TW asked if you didn't have a family to fall back on, would you still full-time RV? Absolutely, without question, because we don't really need that. I mean, like Jenny and I are completely independent people. We don't really need a family to fall back on. We have insurance to cover us if a catastrophic event happens. So yeah, absolutely. If we didn't have any family, we would still, without question, full-time RV. The only reason we ever go back to our home state of Indiana is just to visit family. So yeah, we don't go back there because we need anything. We just go back because I miss my parents. I want to see them. So
Actually,
Yeah.
if we didn't have family, we probably would never go back to Florida. Like if we didn't have family, we wouldn't go back there unless we wanted a vacation. Or something.
absolutely, same. We would never go back to
So,
Indiana.
We only go home to spend time with our family, and we could stay back home in RV parks or boondock it or whatever. But my mom is insistent that we are parked right next to her house.
She had put gravel
So-
in, she put a plug in, and she put a dump in. I mean, she like wants us to be there when we're
Yeah.
there. So,
So if they weren't there though, we probably wouldn't go back to Florida unless there was just something vacation-y that we wanted to do.
yeah, that's really the reason we go back. Like when we were renovating the Lazy Days, when we still had the Itasca, we really went there because in that case, because my family farm, I knew that there was lots of property that we could park and work on and not have to worry about it. So that's a little bit different scenario because we wanted to work on it. Really, we could have probably paid a storage yard or something like that to work on it because I've had some friends do that with boats and stuff they're renovating. So it would have been a little bit more cumbersome.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, we definitely would. If we could afford it, we would have a home base just to have that piece of land that we call our own or that we pay taxes to constantly.
Yeah, exactly.
But have that piece of land that we can guarantee we can go back to and maybe have a little bit of, I can have extra tools there that I can't carry as easily on the road. Just
Yeah.
little things like that aren't as easy to carry around all the time.
Yeah.
Greg said, if considering solar, do you recommend any YouTube channels to watch and learn? Yes, this guy right here. He has a ton of solar videos and they're catered to the beginner, right, Thomas?
Yeah, I have an entire 15 video course, and then I have articles and everything.
Yeah, so you
and it's-
definitely,
And none of the content is sponsored. I made all of it, so it's just me making it, and it's all free. So go watch it.
yeah, I'm Not Lost on RVing is the name of their channel. And yeah, they have a ton of solar videos. We also have some solar videos, but
Not for the beginner.
yeah, they're well, I mean, Yeah, we just kind of dive right into it. So the biggest thing is we have a 3-part solar install series where I installed the solar system onto our trailer, and I explain everything as much as I can, but I do sort of assume that you have somewhat of an understanding. But I just dive right in and show every single step that it took to install our solar onto our RV. And then we also have some review videos of the components and what makes up our solar series or our solar system, as well as the difference between lithium and lead acid batteries. So on our YouTube channel as well, we have a playlist of all of those videos. And Thomas, I'm sure yours is on a playlist also.
Yeah, playlist.
Yeah. So check out our videos. Check out his videos on RV Solar. Yeah, and hopefully that will help you get some of that beginner information.
And Lance says Thomas was awesome giving his time helping when you were stuck in the muddy weather. Yes, he was.
Thomas was a
He was
lifesaver.
freaking
Yeah, he was.
lifesaver.
People love that, and we couldn't even get you unstuck.
Well, I mean, still though, he came, brought us water,
Yeah. I
and
know.
Helped
took
you
us to
go and
get
get
propane. I mean, that was a huge deal. We were out of water and we were out of propane. It was cold, man. It was cold.
very cold.
Oh, we were almost out of energy too because it was cloudy. We couldn't even fire our generator up. So.
Yeah, y'all, I do remember you saying like, oh sweet, we can have a warm meal tonight because I guess you hadn't been cooking.
Couldn't
because
even
you were on
cook.
propane.
Oh wait, how do I understand?
Hey, I found
you?
another-
Oh no. We
Loaf
go.
rock.
Just go to the email. Oh, here you go. Okay.
This is not as good as a baguette rock as the other
No,
one.
it's
we
not.
found.
That is not petrified.
But it's so smooth. It's so weird.
Here you go. You hold this. My
I will
arm's
hold
getting really
this.
tired. Wow.
That's why you put this down.
I know, but it's hard because we're on uneven ground and we've been walking and moving and stuff.
Well, you've kind of been just over here
Yeah.
doing nothing. Sorry, I'm trying to put
Just
the
been
thing
over
down.
here doing
You've been
nothing.
doing nothing. but
Nothing at
running
all.
The entire show.
Wow.
He never does anything. I'm kidding. I'm just
We
I'm
had.
being a turd. Sweetie.
Oh, Tammy did ask, does Sweetie actually eat the sticks and the rocks?
Yes.
Yes, she actually eats
eat
them,
that.
and then
Sweetie.
she wakes us up at like 3 a.m. throwing up.
Here.
So yeah, she really does. But I wanted to give another shout out to another donation we got for the charity. It is Janice S. So thank you very much. I want to remind everyone that might have just been tuning in. Sorry to those of you that have heard this 100,000 times throughout this live stream. But I just want to make sure that everyone that's watching knows the reason we're doing this live stream is to raise charity for the CDP, which is the Center for Disaster Philanthropy's COVID-19 Response Fund. They're raising money to get it to those that have been hit hardest by coronavirus, as well as healthcare workers on the front lines treating people that have it. They're getting emergency supplies to those healthcare workers so that they can stay protected. And we are donating 50% of the proceeds that we raise during this live stream to that fund. Nice. And so yeah, if you want to be a part of that and you want to donate, we have a link in the video description below to our PayPal. And the reason we ask you to use PayPal as opposed to YouTube super chats or super stickers is because YouTube takes a 40% cut of all of those donations made through YouTube, whereas PayPal only takes about a 3% cut. So if you go through the PayPal link, we are able to get the most money possible to the charity. However, if for whatever reason you don't have YouTube, if you don't have PayPal or you're
If
uncomfortable
you don't have
using,
YouTube, you wouldn't be watching this.
if you don't have PayPal or you're not comfortable using PayPal for whatever reason, YouTube super chats and super stickers are still absolutely acceptable, and that money will get to the charity as well. And we also have face coverings designed by Jenny right here, available on our merch store on our website. There are links to those facial coverings in the description below as well. So if you don't have anything to cover your face while you are out in public and you still want to, protect yourself, then those face coverings are reusable. They're spandex, and they were designed by Jenny. They're with our colors, and we also have a black and gray one as well. If for whatever reason you don't like wearing our colors, which I can understand, they can be sort of girly.
They're kind of girly.
So and we are donating a portion of the proceeds that we receive through selling those facial coverings as well.
Yeah, and those facial coverings are great for like if you're going on a four-wheeler or something. 'Cause
Yeah.
They're really great for hiking if you're hiking in a dusty area, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
Jenny has one just like it that she likes to wear on a windy day when we're out hiking, so that the dust doesn't blow into her face and make her
Yeah.
teeth all gritty and stuff. Everyone hates that feeling
That
of
happened
chomping
earlier.
down on grit. Yeah,
That
so
happened earlier because it's dusty here.
yeah, they're very multi-purpose. You can wear them as a headband and stuff. Like I said, they're spandex. They're really cool.
Yep.
Oh, hey, look at this. Check it out, guys.
I told her that
She's
she
pooped
was
out.
being naughty and that she had to sit down.
Oh, were you being naughty, eating things that you weren't supposed to eat?
Nonstop. Nonstop eating of all of the things she could find.
She's a dog, though. I mean, you can only do so much, right, guys? She's just gonna eat and eat and eat. Right, pup?
Those puppy eyes.
I
Oh
know.
my goodness.
You're a good girl.
No, you can't tell her that. She's gonna get a
No,
piano
she's being a
again.
good girl. She was being so good right there, Jenny. She was being good and cute. Oh my gosh, this thing is killing me now. See, that's why I had it up. All right, I'll just do that.
There.
All right. Sorry, here you go. Here is,
Oh, they're being so cute, guys. We got that on video.
Don't be sharing our secrets over here.
I was filming Sweetie and then Jenny made it weird. I was just filming Sweetie, I swear.
We were just looking at this view, man. It's getting so pretty.
It
Yeah.
is.
There.
I do wish that
And
there
the
were
moon
clouds
is
in the
out,
sky.
and so there was an airplane flying over the moon. It looks so cool to watch it fly over the moon.
Oh, cool.
I don't think it went over the moon.
It flew over.
Oh gosh.
I mean, depending on your
Looked like it, yeah,
It looked
from-
like
depending
it,
on your
yeah.
perspective, it flew over
It
the
looked
moon.
like it was
See,
flying
it's over
over.
here
but
now. You can't really see it.
It's gone.
It was like literally like flying over.
Oh, that
It
plane
was
over
really
there.
That's
close
really
to it,
cool.
yeah.
Mhm. Sweetie.
Go get her, Jenny. Go get her. No, it's okay. I'll read comments here. Sweetie is absolutely adorable. Yeah, she is. I love that dog. I love that dog so
She's
much.
such a good
She
dog.
snuck around the corner so that we were out of eyesight so that she could
Yeah.
chew on this.
She knows.
Smart.
She knows that we're getting after her for that. She's like, no, I want to eat sticks, man.
I'm just looking around.
She's funny. She's a herder too.
Yeah, she's a.
So like whenever we're in a group looking for geodes or whatever we're doing, if I wander off, next thing I know, here comes Sweetie saying, "Hey, you're not near the group. I need you to get back to the rest of the group."
You know,
So-
Rottweilers are herding dogs.
Are they?
Are they?
Absolutely. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Either.
Yeah, in Germany they were used to herd as well as pull. They were like super multi-purpose. They were herding dogs and they also pulled carts to market. That's why they have dock tails so that their
Oh.
tails wouldn't get caught in the wheels of the wagon.
Nice.
And,
and-
that docking of the tails just simply.
They just still do it,
continued,
yeah.
Even though they don't do
Yeah.
that anymore.
And then of course, what everyone knows Rottweilers for is guards. So they
Yeah.
guarded the herd as well. That dog's guard instinct is insane.
Yeah.
Have
Like
you already read
Yeah,
through
she's
these?
great.
Yes.
She's a great dog.
She herds me every chance she gets.
When she was a puppy, we tried to train the herd. Well, mostly it was just the nipping. She would nip at our ankles
That's the thing they do. Yeah, they nip
Yeah.
at the sheep's ankles.
to get them to start moving.
Yep.
And she did that to us twice.
She
Yep.
would nip at
And
you.
wait,
yeah,
wait,
she'd
wait.
nip at our ankles to get us to like move. She was just playing,
Right.
but we were basically just like, no
Good
biting.
girl, sweetie. Stay.
You can like push us around if
Yeah,
you want to.
good
That's
puppy.
fine, but no biting.
You having a good time out here?
She's like, yeah, but mom keeps yelling at me.
Good girl.
Watch out.
There you go.
320 people watching and no comments. No questions.
Hey, they're all just watching. Yeah, did you guys have any questions for us? RVing or RVing related or otherwise?
Oh, Joseph said he tried to order a face covering, but it won't ship to Alaska.
What?
That's weird.
Jenny,
No, it
why won't they ship to Alaska?
don't know. They should ship to Alaska.
We're gonna look into it, Joe.
We'll look into it.
We'll get back to you next live stream.
Lewis wants to know, can you get to the PayPal link while on live chat? Yes. You hit the X in your live chat.
Oh, wait. Here we're showing.
So here I have live chat open. You hit the X on the live chat and then the drop down arrow and it's right there.
So there you go. Follow those directions.
Those directions.
I hope you could see it.
hope you
It
can
looks
see it.
slightly blurry. Yeah, so sorry if you couldn't.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Tammy says we are so quiet. Are we actually?
It
really
might
quiet?
just be because maybe I wasn't like close enough to the people who were talking because like
Oh.
they were standing a little ways
Oh,
away.
they were away. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're on our phone, so the audio quality, is not gonna be stellar. Oh, wow, I turned the brightness way too low. So my battery's starting to get low. Or your battery.
Oh boy, yeah, it is.
The steamer stab out said hello from Colorado. We love watching you guys show we full-time travel as well, and you guys are just simply awesome. Well, thank
Awesome.
you. You're
Thank
awesome
you.
too. You're awesome
You're
too.
awesome. You're awesome.
There's
I had to point more towards the camera.
all right. Here you go. Will you hold this? Will you take over? I've been holding the.
Sure, if
I've
you
been
take
the-
over the questions.
Sure, I will.
But I want
Here,
this down.
Yep, I'll
so
bring this down. Oh yeah. By the way, there she goes, guys. Look, she's right there, eating rocks.
She knows it too. She's like, I see you guys looking at me.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop. Nope. Nope. So you sit. There.
It's an
All right.
addiction.
You and I are gonna hang out. You're just gonna
Yep.
hang out with me.
So Bizpo wanted to know if you think it's worth it to spend more for an entry-level Newmar or a Tiffin. I would say follow channels that have those RVs
Uh-huh.
and get their input, because
I know absolutely nothing about that.
yeah, I don't either. I do know that if you can buy a higher quality RV that's
Oh my
used,
gosh. Dog,
it's
no.
better than buying a brand new lower quality RV. So I would try to jump on some Facebook forums for the RVs that you're looking at, ask those questions there, or
Yeah.
find a YouTuber who is like You, Me, and the RV. They have a Tiffin. They're a good channel to follow and maybe ask what they think about it. But I even think that they bought used. So
Jamie Spenner says proper social distancing equals poor sound quality.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I see a question about what options are there weighing about composting toilets. Have you guys done a lot of research on composting toilets yet?
We just the furthest our research went was in height, because
Oh.
we were trying to fit one into the lazy days, so
No,
we were
I
trying to
know.
find the shortest one.
I didn't just look at height. I looked at all the dimensions, height and because a lot of them are really long, and so because our toilet is currently on the wheel well, they had to be short. But then it's a short space, so they
Yeah.
would literally be right where our sink is. So we won't be able to stand at the sink and like brush our teeth.
I'd
or-
love to have
or
one
step
though.
out of the shower.
Mhm.
Because I was trying to use the flange where the toilet already is to plumb in like where the urine would go, so it would just go into the tank already.
But did you do research on the toilets as to which ones are the best? No, right?
No, I literally just scoured the internet looking for any and all makers of any, not only composting toilets, but lots of boats have composting toilets. They might not necessarily say composting toilet, but a lot of sailboats and boats have them. So a lot of those sites, that's where I found the majority of them. But unfortunately, there wasn't any that would really fit in the space that we actually have. So we were gonna have to replumb ours if we want to put one in.
So this is a question for both of us. Oh, did you want to answer that?
No, I have no idea.
Anything
What?
about composting toilets?
Oh, we've made videos on it.
Okay. Yeah, I would just watch videos, as many videos as you can find, because I'm not an expert.
Yeah, we actually didn't do really any research on the different types. We just knew that one would fit in there, and we went with it.
Yeah, we kind of jumped the gun. We were just like, all right, this one.
This
done.
one doesn't. We didn't do any other research.
But Lance says, does it help RVing with another couple? Do you pull from each other's knowledge of RVing? And I should say hello from Wyoming.
Oh, hello. Is it still cold in Wyoming? It's probably pretty nice
Yes.
there. Oh, it's cold in Wyoming right now? It
Yeah.
is higher elevation, isn't it?
Yeah, when I looked, it was in the 50s. I
Oh,
mean, that's
okay.
cold for me.
It's cold
So-
for me
How far
too.
do I need to move?
Yeah.
I need to move.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Were you gonna say something
No.
for that one? I mean, you absolutely do pull from each other's knowledge, and not only that, but it helps having someone else around, because you just feel a little more comfortable. You know, safety in numbers, as well as if there's an issue with what you have going on, you know that there's someone there that can help. And not only that, it's nice having like sharing a site with you guys, because you know whenever you go into town, if we have trash, we can give it to you, or if you know we just need something small from the grocery store, like a gallon of milk, because we're out of milk, we can ask you guys to pick it up, and then vice versa. We've been doing that the entire time we've been caravanning this time around, and it's just been really nice.
Yeah.
I think
I
if we
mean-
were both newer starting out, then it would probably
Well, I think we've
Yeah,
learned
they're-
learned a lot from them caravanning, you know, as far as resources, and
oh yeah.
they've really helped push our limits, because
No, that is definitely
we
true.
did not stay out boondocking for long periods. We used to love to be near the cities, and so David and Jenny really helped extend our boondocking stays.
Yeah, basically just to stay in one spot longer.
Yeah.
They definitely helped us with that. But I mean,
Soupy.
like I said, I think if we were both hitting the road newly, then we'd have more information that maybe the other one has done, the
Yeah.
other one hasn't experienced yet. But being that the fact that we've both been on the road for it'll be 2 years for us in June, and y'all have been on the road for what? 3 years. now?
It'll be 3 years in July.
3
Yeah.
years in July for y'all, and 2 years for
Shoot it down.
us in June. So
But like, you guys help us, like whenever we forgot to check the weather, you guys help remind us of things like that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, if we haven't gone a certain route
Mhm.
and we know that we're meeting up for a caravan or whatever, and I tell Jenny our route, they may have already taken it and she might be able to tell me that it's not a good one to
Yeah,
take or
that is
whatever.
true.
So
Mhm.
I
Like,
think
it's
you can
really steep that
absolutely
way.
learn a lot from someone else when you're caravanning.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. And everybody RVs
Different.
differently. Nobody.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm sure there are some people that are exactly the same, but for the most part, pretty much everybody RVs a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
On that same note, someone wants to know, are there any good pay apps or
choose attack
any
and
pay
choose.
apps good for finding boondocking? And on that note, we don't pay to find boondocking. The resources we use are freecampsites.net. Sweetie's being a turd.
She's attacking a whole tree this time.
Stop it.
What did that tree do to you?
How dare you?
She hates that tree. But we use freecampsites.net, compendium.com, and we also will go to, like, if we're staying in a national forest, we'll go to that website for the
Yeah.
national forest. They
Mhm.
typically have a motor vehicle use map that you can download. A lot of them are free, and it'll show you what roads you're allowed to camp off of, and then you can scout it out ahead of time or when you get to the area or something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
same thing. The only other difference is we use iOverlander, which is an app and a website.
Mhm.
Oh, the Steamer Step Out asked, what is the other couple's YouTube name that you guys are with so we can subscribe? They're I'm Not Lost from RVing. They've been on the road, or they've been full-time RVing just about as long as we have too. We
2
hit the
years.
road like 2 years.
Yeah, but we started our channels around this same
Oh,
time.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, go check them out. I'm Not Lost from RVing. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. They've got a ton of information and cool videos. So yeah.
We're not as cool though.
I mean, it's the only reason why we're on this feed, right? To get subscribers. Just kidding.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
No, it's not.
Unsubscribe from them and
Every-
subscribe to us.
Every time I say that, they have to pay me $20. So
Yeah, I know.
Gosh, this is getting
Quit
expensive.
bringing it up. We're having a budget here. Did you watch the beginning of this video? I'm just kidding.
So
that's not true at all. We are being completely sarcastic. Just gotta, for anyone that doesn't understand sarcasm.
Yeah.
One thing I gotta say real quick, my phone is at only 8%.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right.
So,
Might
So
wanna
this
wrap it
life
up
needs
then.
wrapping up.
yep, needs wrapped up.
Goodness.
So this one was asked a couple times. I just want to answer it real quick. Options for healthcare for full-time RVers. This is going to be different for everybody.
And
So
varies state to state.
it varies state to state. You can either individually call insurance companies and ask what their prices are, and they'll quote you some stuff. You can call an insurance broker that is licensed in your state, and they're just like a auto insurance broker, and they will shop around for you and come back with the best plans for you. Or you can go to the healthcare, the government healthcare. I forget what it's called.
Healthcare.gov.
Like healthcare
Healthcare.gov.
or
Yeah.
healthcare marketplace or something. Yeah.
And you can actually go through their process based off of your income to see what you qualify for and don't qualify for. And even if you don't qualify for a discount through their website, they still give you insurance options that you can purchase, even without the discount. So those are 3 ways that you can look for health insurance if you're looking for it. Keep in mind that health insurance is for your state. The only way that you get cared for outside of state is if you have a clause in there that says that you can go to walk-in clinics or urgent cares. And obviously, if it's an emergency, all emergency rooms have to treat you throughout the
Most-
nation.
yeah, most
But
of
if you're
them.
doing doctor's follow-ups and stuff, you have to return back to your state for those sorts of things.
So you probably want to figure out where you're domiciling at first.
Yes.
Before you go before you switch things that much.
So
Yeah.
I don't know how much time we have before your battery dies, but I wanted to get that one out of the way.
Yeah, no, that's good. We're down to 7%.
Should we head back?
So, yeah, I think it's time to start walking back.
Alrighty.
And
Thankfully, we're not far. This spot is pretty close.
we're not as far as if we had
Oh my
gone, like,
gosh,
back
sweetie, please stop eating sticks. Come on, go.
How do the animals handle full-time RVing?
Our animals do great.
Here we go. One sec. So Stacy just asked, how do the animals handle full-time RVing? They do completely great. Sweetie loves it because she gets to run around, and explore all sorts of new places like she is today. typically she doesn't eat this many sticks and rocks. Like I don't know what the deal is. We just fed her dinner too, so it's not like she's hungry or anything. She's just like on a, she's on a stick kick right now. I don't know, but yeah, and our cats are totally fine with it as well.
Your cats are pretty fine with, or your cat is fine with it too, right?
Yeah, he had some adjusting at first. He doesn't actually like to when the vehicle is moving, but he loves when we change sites because he loves to go outside. And so when we're in a site for too long, like we are now, he doesn't really want to explore anymore. He's ready to leave. So he loves it though.
Yeah, and then our rabbits are just like super chill. I don't even think they know that anything's going on.
Nope, they don't care. They just love to cuddle.
And you think if anybody would have any issues or any animals, it would be rabbits because they're super prone to stress, right?
Exactly.
They are. Stress can actually kill them.
Yeah.
But,
Oh man, I said sun is now. I can't see anything. Here we go.
just walk sideways.
Yeah, I gotta walk sideways now.
Another one is, what is your laundry routine?
Oh, what is our laundry routine? We
We do our laundry about every 7 days.
There we go. I'm just gonna flip it camera to you.
Yeah, we do our laundry about every 7 days. We have this tiny little hand washing machine. It's called the Wonder Wash, and it's just a clothes spinner basically. It's really nice. It actually works really well. If our clothes are super dirty, I'll soak them beforehand. And then big things like bed sheets and blankets, sometimes our towels, we'll take those in and we'll wash those at a laundromat.
Yep.
And then any clothes that are dirty at the time we go to laundromat, those go in too. And then you guys use laundromats, right?
Yeah, so we go about every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, to the laundromat because I'm there for, I don't know, 2 hours or so.
Yeah.
And it costs us probably about between 30 and 50 bucks a month to do laundry.
That's not bad. That's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible. And that's all of our linen, so I'm also washing our blankets and stuff too, so it's not that bad.
That is poop.
Oh.
Oh, and for those, yeah.
Sweetie, what are you doing?
She's just being a terror right now. Just eating everything.
Hey, you terror, come here. Come here.
We got to brush her off before we put her inside.
All right.
David, don't forget your fridge if it's on electricity.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is. Hey, Jenny.
I got it.
Guys, I think we got to sign off. This phone is at 5%.
Oh boy, the screen's dark.
Yep.
So yeah. Thank you everyone so much for coming to our live stream. Thank you everyone who donated. Again, 50% of all the donations that we've received today during this live stream are going to be donated to the CDP, which I'm out of breath, so you continue.
Center for Disaster Philanthropy. They have a COVID-19 response fund to get the money to those that have been hit hardest by the pandemic, as well as healthcare frontline workers. They're getting emergency healthcare supplies to them to keep them protected while they are treating coronavirus patients. So thank you to everyone. If this is your first time hearing about this, we have a link in the video description below where you can donate to that. And if you're watching this after the fact, that link is still there too. And if you make a donation, just be sure to put charity or coronavirus fund in
So
that.
that we know
We'll
to-
make sure to get the funds to that. Big thank you to Thomas and Stacy for hanging out with us on the live stream. Thomas went inside already. Stacy's right here. What's happening? Where is everyone? There we go. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. We are going to have another live stream a week from today, same time. And
But
we're
not
going to,
the same length.
we're going to be having a live stream every week while the coronavirus situation is going on, so that we can continue to raise money for the coronavirus response fund. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Big thank you to our moderators for keeping the chat in check. You guys are awesome. And we love hanging out with you guys. These live streams are always fun, and we'll see you at the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Wait.
Oh wait, yeah, if you haven't checked out their
Yeah,
channel,
check out their channel.
go there.
Another
It's
$20.
another
Another
$20.
$20, guys.
I'm not
sneak that
lost.
one in.
I'm RVing is the name of their channel. Go check it out. We'll
Yeah.
see you.
Or I'll see you later, guys. Bye.